He said, hey, look. He said, hey, look. He said, hey, 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 hey.
Welcome to the Snark Tank. You're about to get your ears glazed by the great Chris Raygun, Derek Blackman, and Tom Sweeney. Sit back and prepare for some action. Sit back and prepare for some glazing glory.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Snark Tank Podcast. It's us, your boys. It's Sweeney, it's Derek. Over there, it's me. Welcome. Remember, you can support our show over at patreon.com/thesnarktank. Also, there's merch over at snarktank.shop, all that jazz. We're recording this on Election Day.
Yay.
Where it's the, what's that Zelda meme? Dawn of the Final Day or whatever the fuck?
Dun, dun, and then like the clock sound goes off in the beginning of Majora's Mask.
Yeah. It's about that time.
Yay. I can't wait. I can't wait for Clifford the Rebate Doll to become president.
Are you okay? You're looking at the monitor a lot.
Sorry, I'm just the.
Yeah, we're at the surface of the sun.
You guys are in heaven right now.
Yeah, we're in heaven. You're at Warner Brothers.
So I fixed the camera that's on me until something goes wrong, of course. And then now I think we need to just I think we need to just fix like not put it on auto for the Sony now because it just won't behave. So that's the next thing. Guys, we're almost here. We almost got it sorted out. We got this one. Now we're going to sort out the next one. Just manual. Just put it on manual. Fix it and then not touch it.
Yeah, we're damn, dude.
Because like
I'm surprised I made it to heaven. I'm surprised I made it here. I'm real surprised.
I feel like I can't just let it. Like I was like, this is too much.
It's fine. It's fine. Just let it be.
Is it fine?
Just let it be. We're already in.
There's no point. Like nobody gives a shit what this looks like.
Yeah.
Ultimately, it's like the sad reality. Like we would like it to look better, but like nobody cares. You don't care. You actually prefer it this. They prefer it when things are fucked up.
I think you're absolutely right.
So it's just like. Whatever. Don't even crop anymore.
That's crazy.
Just leave the fucking FN arrows to the right. Just leave them.
This episode, I'm gonna fuck it.
Who cares?
Whatever. I'm not gonna touch it at all.
It's election day.
I won't even sync the audio.
That's
crazy. Don't sync the audio. In fact, leave the audio synced exactly. Like a second ahead or like 2 seconds ahead. See if anybody cares or notice.
I think that would drive them nuts. If it was so out of sync, they'd just be like, okay, I guess I'm just not going to watch it. Versus like it's just out of sync. They're going to be like, fuck, why is it like this?
That's why people will stay longer to try to figure out what's going wrong.
Yeah.
And then they'll
more
just
engagement.
Be upset. They'll be like, wait,
what's going on with the audio? And then we make $5 million.
Hell yeah.
So it's election day. Tonight we will be seeing the results.
Yeah.
Or presumably, I don't know who the fuck knows at this point. I don't know.
We should have a very good idea of how it like say in reality who won.
Yeah.
By the end of like 6, 7, we kind of get you have an idea of like, all right, this is the way it's going now.
It's fascinating.
Yeah. I like how Trump tried to pretend like it hasn't been that way. So when he was like, no, see, by now I won. Stop counting. Stop counting now. And I'm like, that's literally never how it's worked. And he's like trying to gaslight people. Every vote after this is illegitimate. And I'm like, this is insane.
Hasn't it already? Like, isn't he losing right now? Isn't like right now in the polls?
I don't know.
If you want to look at, if you want to be like a freak, like I couldn't help myself. I couldn't help myself because I just kind of have to like watch everything. And if you're doing that, odds are it's very hard to. Nobody really wants to say it with their chest open though, because it's just almost like even a jinx thing.
Yeah.
People are just like it doesn't. Even in the swing states, in certain states, Trump should be up so much, and he's barely up by a little bit, which is a huge indicator that he's probably fucked. But you don't really want to say that. It feels weird.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, it's kind of one of those things. It's like you don't want to speak things into reality only to have the universe laugh at you.
Yes.
I don't know. I personally, I think Kamala's gonna win, but we'll see. I don't know. Who the fuck knows? Anything can happen, really.
That's true. because we all thought I thought he wasn't gonna win the first time, man.
I think that time was a huge. What would you?
Yeah,
You got- you thought
I kind of figured he would. Well, the thing for me was like she was so unpopular, and I knew so many people anecdotally who were like going to vote for Bernie, and we're like, well, fuck this guy. What the fuck this party?
Yeah. Okay.
And so like I knew it was so many anecdotally that I'm like that can't. Normally, I don't give a shit about like anecdotes or like, oh, I'm not gonna make like a broad prediction based on like my circle,
Right.
But it was so many that I was like, this must be at least somewhat indicative of how a lot of people are feeling,
Right.
And it made sense at that time when you didn't really have a record for Trump
That was
to go
the thing.
again. Where
That's
it's like,
the thing.
yeah, he's the fucking black. He's like the wild card candidate. Whatever, throw a wrench in the system, see if it falls apart. Fuck these people.
Yeah.
And it just didn't work out that way. So it's like that's kind of why I don't think it's going to happen this time.
No.
Because we kind of have evidence that it's just like, oh, it's kind of
Plenty of
kinda
evidence
it's just-
subconsciously. Go ahead.
yeah, it's just business as usual with like a crazy person. So
a
it's
crazy,
like-
a crazy person that, say, if he wins again, he has a couple of other Supreme Court justices that he can install, and then we'd be fucked for the rest of our lives.
Yeah, I think the abortion stuff was a wake up call for a lot of people.
I
where
think
it's
so.
Like, yeah, I think most people who would have been apathetic about it kind of saw that stuff as like
They're like, oh, it was like when when you're kicking back in your chair, you're gaming, and then some really fucked up shit happens. You have to like sit up. Like that's basically what a lot of people did. They just locked the fuck in. Like, oh shit, this is real.
What happened was, I think the biggest problem was the railroading of Bernie Sanders kind of led to the real destruction of the left.
So much apathy.
No,
I think it led to like this, like, oh, the left is gone.
They actively spat in the face of their own momentum, which is crazy.
I was another person that specifically
disillusioned me.
I didn't vote because of that.
Me neither.
I didn't vote in the general shit because I'm like, I can't in good faith cast my vote for this unknown where a lot of people were trying to convince me to say the devil you know is better. Like Trump's the unknown. They unfortunately are correct, but this was such a unpredictable thing.
We were wrong with
it. Was such an unpredictable thing. Like that's why I felt so strongly that I'm like, what's the worst this asshole gonna do? And I was like, holy shit, I couldn't afford who actually, even the people that were, screaming and crying and we thought they were being ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of felt legit that they were being ridiculous because it's like, historically, what's the worst that can happen? It's going to be, some things are going to be stripped away, but nothing as catastrophic or nothing as big and as huge, like the shoving all the Supreme Court justices in and making things, awful, making things really gay. I mean, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
Damn gay. But we'll see.
We didn't believe. We were making fun of them. We were like, you guys are stupid, and they were like, no, and with their fucking rainbow dash colored hair.
They're still
I get,
annoying,
at the same
but
time,
They were right. They were right.
Pull yourself together. Come on.
No, you're right.
But I think,
but they were too. You're right, but they were
they're
also
kind of like
right
broken
too.
clocks, man. Like sometimes sometimes people gotta hit. So even like gambling, sometimes the loser is gonna hit a jackpot.
Yeah, sometimes Matt Walsh makes a funny movie. On occasion.
Well, we haven't gotten there yet.
Have you seen, by the way, there's a clip of Matt Walsh going around where he's talking about how, like, if a friend of his told him that he loved him, like, just like if a guy friend of his just sat down to him and says, like, hey man, I love you, I appreciate you, he'd be like, okay, did you see the game? Which is so fucking gay, it's crazy.
It's the gay panic that if he dared to acknowledge those emotions, that he'd be exposed as a flaming homo.
Dude, him and Charlie Kirk are the most obviously gay people I've ever seen masquerading as if they're not gay. And it's frustrating because like people on their side just think they're not gay.
It's
like,
weird.
how do you not know they're gay?
It's like even the women. Remember, for like there was this I can't remember their names. There was this gun girl. She used to do some stuff with InfoWars.
Oh yeah, Caitlyn Bennett.
She married one of the most obvious gay men I've ever seen.
I remember seeing that. Yeah.
Yeah. There was.
He looked like a pixie. He looked like he was such a little prim little guy, and I was like, look, man, like it's like, hey, look,
it's a prim fella.
It's just like.
Some people.
I'm glad he's got his beard. Like that guy.
Some people aren't, right, and we're probably labeling some people that are
not. No, I would bet millions that these people are gay. Like, because it's, dude, how are you so afraid to be like, yeah, I love you too, man? Like, it is so standard and normal and like not weird at all.
Maybe in our parents' generation, that might have been more weird, but even that doesn't.
No, because even my dad, who's like a Vietnam vet, wouldn't care about that kind of thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's just like this dude's like way younger. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I don't know. To me, that's just so that screams like, well, I can't say I love you because it might sound too genuine. It might give me away. So like, I gotta. Hey, tell me you love me, just real quick.
Oh, absolutely not. I wouldn't lie.
Do it. Lie on the show.
No, I'm not doing that. But
all right. Worst improv
great bit
fucking ever.
Great
Never
bit.
mind. Let's move on.
I was gonna
Next
say
question. Let's go to the questions. Fuck this. Worst ever, dude. Sweeney's trading card first customer wrote in. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you gonna answer it?
What's it gonna be?
Hello, Tom McDonald, Lil Wayne, and Rod Wave.
Damn.
Who's Rod Wave?
Rod Wave is he's a fat dude that's a really good singer. Like, sadly, insanely so.
He's good.
He's like a teddy bear, actually, like for real.
Why?
I've never heard of this guy. I guess I would have to be, right?
I guess, yeah, out of all of them, but it's like, what's the correlation? I'm wondering.
Yeah, it's kind of like, this is like the girl in the group. She has to be like Hermione. You know what I mean? It's just like, he's the white one.
Yeah. Okay.
I guess.
Fair enough.
Simple question. What's the closest you've come to hitting someone else's child as an adult? For me, it was the other day at work when a small white child called me a bitch and the hard R. You know what's crazy? Depending on where he's from, I believe this.
I mean, racist kids all over the country.
Especially with Call of Duty out now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's on its way back.
Yeah.
We're on our way back to the fun version of the world. But
cool. Cool. Brought to you by the possible president, right?
Yeah.
He's leading the charge. Hey, one small little, is that the silver lining? That you get OG kind of Call of Duty vibes? Is that the silver lining?
I could never give that to him because that's so before him.
It is really
That's so before
extremely
him,
before him. That is very true.
It's ingrained in the culture of America.
But like, is he making it okay? Kind of like how, because basically Twitter's become the Call of Duty lobbies, if you know what I mean.
Dude, Twitter gets crazy sometimes to the point that I'm starting to tweet more wild shit because how crazy it is. Because what I'm saying will just go under the radar of people just being straight up bigots.
Yeah,
there's so many Nazi pages. I'm like, what is going on?
It's to the point. It's past the point. It's just funny to me now. Yeah, like when I just see this stuff, I just laugh and I'm like, yeah, of course.
Yeah, we're here.
It's pretty good. What was the question? I don't even.
He said, "What's the closest you've ever been to hitting another child?"
I've unfortunately never actually been close. You just fantasize, maybe.
Yeah, the intrusive thought.
Yeah,
like, it would be funny if, but I've never.
Yeah, I've never actually had the urge and like stop myself where
the dark urge.
Yeah. Like I've at one time almost like my friend, she accidentally hit me in the throat one time, and then that where I had like almost a reaction to where I like went like that. I was like, oh shit, it was just like
that's scary.
Getting hit in the throat is different. It's a thing that like it kind of just doesn't sit well with you.
For me, it's the eyes.
So I've never been hit in the eyes.
Don't hit me in the eyes. That's one thing I'm like makes me so upset because I'm so scared of being blind. I'm so like petrified of being blind that I'm like, don't hit me in my eye. I'll fucking eat you.
I don't know if I've ever been like outside of like a sparring thing. I don't think I've ever been.
Even
hit
when
in the
I've sparred, I've never been punched in the eyes before. Like usually they try to avoid that because they can really.
You'd have to be hit by a train in the eyes to go blind. I think. I'm pretty blind, and I was in a boxing match, and like I punched in the eyes probably like every fucking week.
Yeah, but I'm so scared of the dark that I shower with my eyes open the whole time.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you think I'm kidding?
This dude,
my eyes come out blood red every time I shower. Like actually, because I'm scared.
You just stare directly at
this guy
with the shampoo and everything. It's in my eyes.
He just puts it directly in like their fucking eye drops.
He takes the shower head, puts it flush against his eye, and then wraps his eyelid around it.
And there's water come out of my nostrils, my mouth.
Oh, I don't think I'm clean yet. It just keeps going.
That's why I forget so bad. Because I be washing the memories off my brain.
That makes a lot of sense.
Where am I?
Makes a lot of sense.
I feel like I haven't been close to actually doing it, but there have been like certain kids act in public in a certain way where it's just like, it would be so difficult for me not to just throw this kid around like a fucking, like it's Like it's the end of Spider-Man 1. You know what I mean? Like in the derelict building.
Yeah.
I don't know what have kids always been like this? Because I
Yes,
feel like
they have always been like this.
no, but like I mean like the tantrums.
Hey, kids are
in
probably,
public.
Kids were probably worse once upon a time.
I don't believe that.
I think
remember-
they
'cause I think you'd be
poison
able-
in them and
Yeah.
stuff so they couldn't react that
Yeah,
way.
parents used to liquor their kids up, literally.
well, once upon a time. Well, thing is, we come from a generation where people
I think I
used
probably
to-
still would, to be honest with you.
people. That's crazy.
There's
People
nothing wrong with it.
people straight up would beat their kids in public. Like, I remember seeing it a lot.
That's
when I was
but no,
a
but that's
kid.
what I mean. It's like now that used to happen, and so I feel like kids were just bored. You even see it in like certain, even certain like I don't even know if you would call them. You wouldn't call them documentaries necessarily, but like old like interviews, like on news stations, like with kids. They're just so normal in comparison.
I think kids now are this. Because I'm around children now, and they're just not bad. I think it's the idea of like
are you around
being
children?
able.
I know, that is a little
because
weird.
I'm constantly around my nieces and my nephews.
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
I swear.
weird.
I hung out with them. Literally, I was with my Lily's cousin, and then I'm their godfather.
I like how your nieces and nephews are the example for you that kids are good.
Well, no, but I
Yeah.
when I go to their like little soccer games with them, because unfortunately they make the little boy play soccer and he's fucking oblivious.
Yeah.
he's just like
Yeah, that shit's so
has fun.
embarrassing.
He has fun.
I hate that shit.
He has
dude.
fun. Don't get me wrong. He has a good time. He's smiling and like jumping around. All he wants to do is really play.
I guarantee
that's
you,
all he wants to. He doesn't really want to play soccer. He just wants to play something.
When he becomes self-aware, he's going to be embarrassed and resentful. It always happens. It always happens because they're like, "Oh, like I
depends if
didn't
they
know
like
what the
it.
fuck I was doing. I now recognize how all these other parents are laughing at me or were." Because that's what they're doing.
I
Like,
never thought of
it's
it
so-
like that when I played Little League. I never went that deep into
if
it.
you're if you don't like, because there are some kids that they actually understand the sports and then they're like really playing and say, when I was like 10 years old, I didn't necessarily understand American football all that well. I knew how to like tackle and block, and then as far as the motherfucker gave us plays to study, and I'm like, I'm not reading that shit. And so like
Playbooks
I look
are
like
so
a
big.
idiot.
Playbooks are so much thicker for us using maybe how many plays did your team actually use? We used maybe 7 throughout the entire school year.
Well, we probably
maybe 7.
We were because this was Pop Warner. We were so bad we lost every game. So I don't think anybody was reading anything. So because it didn't matter whether I'm supposed to be pushing forward for a rush or dropping back for a pass. I would just do the same thing and just rush forward every single time. Oh, it doesn't matter if I'm supposed to pull and then swing. So because we're gonna do a sweep or something. I never did anything.
Literally,
I didn't do anything.
I was a tight end, and my whole position was I was the red circle, and they were like, draw attention away from the wide receiver. That's it. That was all my plays were. I would literally cut up forward and I would cut away, trying to make it so there's never going to be a point where there are 2 people on the wide receiver. And that's all I did. That's all I did for a year, and I was like, this is the stupidest thing ever. But the thing for this is like when they play, they're just like kids. I don't think kids really are that bad, because usually most kids I've known now listen. Like you're like, oh, because people talk to them. And I feel like we got yelled at a lot. Where you're like, oh, don't do this, opposed to like, hey, don't do this, this will happen to you. And obviously when they're really small, they're too stupid to understand. It's the modern age parenting,
I think we need to poison kids again.
Yeah, I think so too. I think we need to everybody hack your microwave so that they can turn on with the door open and then just leave them on overnight.
and then lay and then somehow make a fucking apparatus that your kid is right next to the microwave while it's open.
I like that. See what that's good research. Like I want to see what
Your
happens.
kid
to
will
the
turn
kid.
into fucking
Yo,
Spider-Man.
I'm sure. Look, I'm sure there's a reason why this makes sense, but there's you're not supposed to put metal in a microwave, because otherwise it'll go crazy.
Sure.
I've done it. It's
But
insane.
You've done that?
I put aluminum foil in a microwave one time.
No.
I didn't really understand it.
Genius.
Aluminum foil. It was
You
like,
didn't
it was
understand- what do you mean you didn't
it
understand?
was for a moment, but like it was in there. I was like, we put it in there, and then it made the wow like
No one told you?
like a riff. No, I didn't know at that time. I just didn't know at that time. I was like maybe like
I still think about the time Lily fucking almost killed all of us.
when.
At the fucking
What'd she do? What'd she do?
she put a fucking fork in the microwave.
Oh my god, was that
At that-
Olive?
No, that was at one of the Chickens Giving Airbnbs that we did.
She just like it just slipped her mind that there was a fork on the plate or whatever.
I don't know. I
It
think
had-
she
it had
she
to
tried
be.
to do it on purpose.
It had to be that. The sound microwaves make when metal is in it is so cool because it sounds like alien. And you're like, whoa, what's about to happen?
To
And
me,
then
like
the metal starts shooting
the
sparks out of
popping
it.
is
So,
that
yeah.
shit fucking freaks
The thing
me out.
the thing that's crazy though is that like I saw some video of some guy. He's like, you're not supposed to put metal in the microwave, right? What the fuck is this? And he shows like screws in the microwave, and I'm like, oh, yeah, weird. I'm sure there's a reason why that makes sense, but like I get why that would be kind of jarring.
I don't think
Like,
there's
there's
screws directly.
No, in
inside.
his microwave there were like exposed
Oh,
screws.
oh,
but
he-
apparently it's like a certain degree of metal, or like in certain, like specifically in the center, I think, is where it can't be.
Yeah. Also,
You know?
they're doing things now. And I still don't. I didn't trust it because I'm old school. But when I was in Vegas, you could leave this metal tray in. So like, because it act as an oven or a microwave oven. And so you switch the setting, even though we had our own traditional ovens too.
Yeah.
But this thing could do both. And there was a tray, and I'm just like, nope. I'm just taking it out. I was like, nope, I'm not.
Yeah.
It says you can do it, and I'm just not doing it.
I just like the idea of
I'm
like,
sure
letting-
whatever material it was, it just doesn't react to it, I guess. I don't know.
I just
Maybe,
want
I
to
don't
leave something. I want to leave like a big ball of like fucking iron, like an iron fucking ball, and put it on microwave. And then
What about,
just
like,
put it
pluton-
for 10 minutes? And see what
Plutonium or
happens.
like uranium, see what
And
happens?
Yeah.
and just watch something new be created. And like everybody stops. No one just finishes cooking the metal.
Something new, like as if like a scientist has never tried this before. You find something new. you fucking like you discover.
so arrogant. I'm gonna push the envelope as far as I can. It's like what? Like what do you mean?
Some fucking dumb redneck somehow creates a black hole that swallows the earth. Oh shit, Skater, check this out.
Watch
just
this
some
Skater, he
fucking
throws his
guy.
dog into it, and a dog turns into confetti. It just-
I love the idea of a guy just fucking like a redneck doing what the Hadron Collider can't do,
Yeah,
just through a series of complete ignorant
what they do
mistakes.
They just throw rocks at each other, but for some reason the rocks hit at the perfect time.
Yeah.
and it's just a portable black
the exact
hole.
right part of the exact right atoms happen
Just-
to collide. I think about that sometimes, about like just because the scenario is so insane of just like, what if somebody fell just right that like they split an atom, you know?
That would have happened by now.
I know,
It
but
would
like,
have happened by so long ago.
maybe.
probably.
But what if the chances are, like, say, how many peoples there been on the
Not
planet?
people. Think about how many creatures exist.
Creatures, that's true. But maybe the odds are so slim. It's that like one in however many there's
it's
existed.
one in
And,
like what, like 99 quintillion?
yeah, well, however many things have existed. Who
Because
knows?
like the you can't even like because you have to shoot an atom at another atom, make that atom hit the atom, and then explode, like split itself, and then a chain reaction happens. And like imagine you do that with like writing something on your paper.
Yeah, you just-
like you're like ding, and you just see light, and you're like, huh?
And you're
Well,
done.
you wouldn't see it. It wouldn't even register to you what just happened because you'd be gone. But
What if it registers to you exactly? What if you're like, oh shit, and you see an atom splitting? You're like,
cool, man.
Cool. I mean,
Cool, man.
Would I understand?
gonna do?
Would I even understand what,
What am
I'm
I gonna
saying?
roll and duck? Like,
you get iframes at the right moment, and you roll through the explosion.
dude, I remember playing so many video games as a kid that I thought iframes there was something to it. You know what I mean? Like I thought like you could theoretically like iframe your way out of certain things.
Okay.
And I remember I tried
Like
to
Dark Soul rolling into a
yeah.
bat.
I remember being a little kid and like trying to dodge
That's
a baseball
ridiculous.
at the right time, but I didn't move. I waited for it to get
That's
close and
crazy.
then dodged. And it just did. I was like 4 or something. I mean, the idea that I was even thinking about iframes at all
Yeah,
in the first place is weird. Yeah,
double
double
jumping was
jumping.
real.
I think.
Well, double jumping is obviously not real.
Well, it's obviously not real, duh. But like everything did it from like until I was like 7, and I was like,
The thing that
why
fuck-
have I not seen anyone do this?
The thing that fucked me up. The thing that fucked me up about that is because I feel like I thought I saw like a squirrel double jump once.
I mean, maybe
You
you
know?
saw the one with the flying, and then so went and then.
Oh, the one that got executed in New York or whatever.
You didn't hear
What?
about that? You didn't hear about the squirrel getting fucking caught, drawn, and quartered?
Yeah, they executed a squirrel in New York.
Who did?
I don't know, the fucking state.
Yeah, I think it's actually a much bigger deal than what we're making it sound. But
Is
I
it?
forgot.
What are you
I feel like
talking about?
I feel like it's as big a deal as I'm making it.
Something very illegal. Like the squirrels killing was on a very, very illegal means.
What happened?
I forgot. I don't know exactly. I heard about it. It was like one of the.
So basically, like, let me set the stage. There was like, I guess, some guy in New York. He had a pet squirrel. Which I guess, I don't know. Are you not allowed or something?
I don't think you're
you can't do that or some. I don't know. There's some bullshit. And so they were like, "You have a pet squirrel. We're gonna kill it," and then they did it.
That's all that was?
Yeah.
He said they drawn quartered it.
Yeah, they microwaved it with metal.
They put
They wrapped him in aluminum foil and microwaved them.
Oh man.
They Shawshanked him. They brought him out into the yard.
But wait,
It was
what's?
It was like apparently they did it on like really illegal means. Like,
What does
I
that
had
mean?
a license for some. I don't remember how it was. I just watched. I follow the Sonic Says things where like Sonic says like some fucking really unnecessarily fucking philosophical shit about like various situations.
Yeah.
And like he went on like a tangent about it, and I was like, "This is like more serious than it's way supposed to be."
It sounds crazy to me.
They should have executed him, man. He's a little squirrel.
The world is crazy, dude.
I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I saw a lot of people being like, "This is why Trump's gonna save the squirrels" or whatever. They were turning it into a political issue.
you
And
saw
I guess,
that?
yeah, I saw like JD Vance was talking about it, and I have to say, look, if Trump was president and a state killed the squirrel while he was president, I also wouldn't give a shit. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm callous and maybe I'm too desensitized to squirrels living in like cities my whole life, but like, I don't know. I can't muster up the
It's such
care.
a weird thing to even
Squirrels
like.
do
If
nothing
it's a dog,
to
if it's a
people.
dog, that's one thing.
To
But
me,
like,
I just it's it's all insane to me, but at the same time, to me, it's crazier to because there's tugging at the people's heartstrings. Oh, we'll fix the squirrel problem. It was like when Mike Pence was like, they're not going to take away our meat. And I was like, what? Because, that was that argument that they're going to turn everything into lab grown meat.
oh yeah,
And then so he started like tugging at their heartstrings. And I'm like, shut the fuck. You're not going to do anything. Shut the fuck up.
My nigga, it's already happening.
Please
It's
shut
been,
up.
My nigga, it's been happening.
yeah, they're
It's
just certain.
been happening, my guy.
There are just certain animals that I can't. It's difficult for me to muster up any like. It's like fish or something where it's just like I don't give a fuck. Your gold. I remember I had to earnestly pretend like I gave a shit that my nephew's fish died. I had to be like, hey, it's okay, bud. And in my mind, I'm thinking this thing is useless. It's better off dead. Quite frankly, because it had mold growing on it. It had like the fucking fuzz. You didn't take care of this. You didn't give a shit. What are you talking about? You're sad?
I guess the whole idea is to just empathize with them. It's not that. It's like, say, Sue Hulk, for example. Her grandma just passed away recently.
Yeah.
I don't know her grandma at all.
Right.
Like, I feel for her. You know what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
can empathize with a grandmother.
Well, I'm not
like-
empathizing with. I'm empathizing with her.
empathizing-
That I feel
it's
bad
the
that
love-
someone
it's the
she
love
liked
something
died.
feels,
Not that
It's
like because
like-
I
Right,
personally don't
yeah,
know her at all,
right.
so I feel nothing about her grandmother. I'm
Of
just saying as
course,
an
of
example.
course, yeah. But
So,
like, I guess when I'm
but
thinking,
you're just like fuck that fish, man.
well, no, because what I think about it is like, because I had fish growing up. You know what I mean? I had fish growing up. I
that
remember
sh-
having goldfish, getting goldfish from the fucking
the
fair or
fair.
whatever.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
it died, you fucking got like a hockey stick and just
No.
you just fucking finished it
When
off.
I remember when it
You
died.
put it in a microwave wrapped in foil.
Yeah, you foiled it.
You've had
Found a
fish.
squirrel,
Yeah, I've had fish, yeah.
wrapped it up with the squirrel a little bit,
Yeah.
see what the fish squirrel would do.
Exactly.
So it would merge.
You put a squirrel on a fucking aluminum foil cross and then put it inside the microwave.
That is so crazy. But you've had
Divine
fish.
me now.
judgment.
But you've had fish, right?
Yeah.
And you've had real pets also.
Real
So let me ask you something. When your fish died, do you remember?
Yes, one of them, but it was like a fundamental moment. It was like, this is the first time anything of mine died.
Really?
And it sucked, but I was just like, oh, it's a fish.
Yeah.
I was
Even
like,
that's
this
what I'm saying. It's
sucks.
like even as a child, like I remember being like, "Oh, it's dead. That sucks."
But think of
it, it felt like my Game Boy ran out of battery. You know what I mean? Where it's just like, damn.
Did you have that wonder though? Because you can see some kids when they're around like animals. It's like the world is blowing up to their little minds.
I guess
They're like,
yeah.
look, that's a thing going around. That's like moving. You know?
No, but I get it. I feel like people would feel more for fish specifically if they had emotions. Right?
Oh, yeah. I think the reason we're
fact
so-
that it's just always like this. And
Fish just looks stupid.
I do think the fact that they are so emotionless and that they can't make sounds is why we're so okay doing things to them that we would never do to anything else. Like I saw a video
like
of them.
Whale. It's like the whale and the fish, right? I love whales. I don't give a fuck about any fish that exists.
Well, dude, that's exactly.
But whales show emotion all the time.
Yeah, whales
mammals.
can.
They're
Whales
mammals.
can scream. A whale can be like, "Ow!"
Yeah.
You know.
Dude, I went to freaking SeaWorld and the whale. When I was at SeaWorld for my birthday, I remember seeing the whale. The whale came up to the thing. You know when they come up on like the hind part and they look at things, and it looked at me directly for a way too long, and I was just like,
Just challenging you. You little bitch.
"What are you doing out the
Punk
water?"
ass black bitch.
What'd you if the whale looked at you and was like,
Damn. I'd be like, how'd you learn that?
Are you making fun? Are you calling me that?
"That's crazy"? The fucking Heil Hitler.
I would have touched the whale if they let me, but that's also like
Do
a
Germans?
death sentence.
Do Germans Heil taxis?
I think they used
They
to.
hail taxis, and I think that's where hail came from,
I think they used to, and then I guess that's
right? You'd assume that's where hailing a taxi comes from.
no.
How
No,
similar our
hail
lang-
is weather. Stupid.
Stop being here.
I mean, I know the salute was Hitler is so unoriginal. He stole everything.
Oh yeah, he's a
What a
meat
fucking
jocker.
what a bitch. Like
He paid homage to everything, but like in the worst way.
and
You know,
he ruined literally everything. And it was funny. I was just watching.
He really did.
I was watching a street interview, and some guy was trying to say, "Well, it's this." Even though it literally made no sense because he was trying to make that analogy, like the Confederate flag. He's like, "Well, they ruined it." I was like, "Well, no, it was never ruined. That's literally what it was for."
Are you talking about the guy who calls it a swastika?
Swastika, the swastika guy.
I
Yeah, so
love
you
it.
saw that guy.
That video's crazy.
And I'm like,
The
well, I don't-
swastika actually means peace. That's not what that means. It's
Well,
like
that's
that's
the
not
same-
what that
it's
means
not
at all.
called
and he's like, so
swastika.
would you not mind people wearing a swastika? He's like, nope, I don't care.
They're actually like what's
Why are you
funny.
talking to this
what's
guy?
what's
What
crazy about it
happened
is
is
that they are actually different symbols. Like actually, like they're like very similar, but like
Yeah.
there's a
They're
difference
sim- they're
between the
similar.
Hindu symbol of peace and the swastika. Like and
I
it's
forgot
pretty
what
obvious.
it's called, but I
Yeah, I
forgot
know
the
what
actual
it's
symbol's
called,
called.
yeah.
But like it's people like that are people that are just so wildly unempathetic, like so like to the point that like they're not even sociopathic because they're not progressive enough in their lives to be sociopaths.
Yeah.
They're just absolutely empathetic. Like,
Isn't-
yeah, that symbol never hurt me. It's like,
Well,
yes.
isn't-
but that symbol is super malicious. It is an extremely malicious symbol.
But also, isn't it not even like I don't know this for sure, but I heard this and I didn't bother to look it up because I don't really care enough about it.
Right.
But like I heard somewhere that it was like that's not even really the original Confederate flag either.
I think that's true. I think there's another flag.
Yeah, like the rebel flag and the Confederate flag are actually different things.
If I'm not mistaken, I heard that too. I could be wrong though.
And people, yeah, like I remember, I don't know, but people in the comments can.
I
fact check me.
can't say for
I
sure
don't
about
feel
that at
certain
all.
about it.
All I know is that the one that we know for sure, just like any
That's
of
the
those
rebel flag, yeah.
And the thing that annoys me so much, even about those fucking statues, where they were all erected well after, you
Oh,
know, so
yeah,
where they
yeah.
try to act like, oh, this was a
Heritage.
symbol of this. I'm like, no, bitch, no, stop, please.
I do think they should be put in museums. Like I don't think they should be destroyed.
They don't need to be destroyed.
but,
They
like,
just not need to be fucking put on display. Like,
yeah,
we
like
have some.
naming-
we have. I think Rasputin's penis is in a museum or something.
yeah, it is
Or something like
Yeah,
that.
something like that. Yeah.
So there's like things that it's just important to history. It doesn't need to be destroyed.
I also feel. I don't know if I feel. Like, I don't know if this is a hot take or not. We should stop building statues.
especially
D Wade.
There's something going on right now.
Have you seen D Wade?
There's something going on with
That is so disrespectful to him, bro.
And
I
it
would've
was
been
crazy.
So mad.
I was like, don't fucking piss on me and tell me it's sparkling fucking apple cider, dude. This guy, D Wade
It
went and
is.
I mean, if it was, I'd be fine. But he was like, oh, he tried to defend it. And I'm like, bro, don't fucking lie. You're lying to everyone and pretending like you like this
Wait,
shit.
so what's the situation for people who aren't?
Oh,
caught
okay,
up
so
with the
you
D-Wade?
know statues. I mean, everybody remembers the Cristiano Ronaldo one. Everybody remembers that one. That statue is probably the worst one in recent memory. Where something's going on, and I feel like it's like a conspiracy in a way that, like, if I were a statue builder, I would purposely fuck things up because it's hilarious, and now all the attention's on my work.
Right.
Because we've seen statues throughout history. We've seen people sculpt. People are fucking phenomenal. There's also people that just put things in mold casting and it'll just look like it's supposed to look. So I don't understand. Maybe I sound ignorant because maybe it's much more difficult than I think it is. But to my opinion, I don't think it is. So there's these statues that we've seen that look pretty fucking good. And then there's Dwayne Wade, who's, a legend in the NBA. And his statue is probably, because not only is it just, because most statues are just like stoic, right? Mm-hmm. But he's like going like, like it looks like he's like in pain.
It's supposed to be when
Looks like he's getting a fucking colonoscopy.
It's supposed to be when he won the first championship, But it's really bad.
It's
like
not
really
good.
Bad.
Cristiano Ronaldo, I think, is still worse, but like his is just a bust. I think
It's just
right?
a bust. I don't think it's an entire one. Yeah.
That's really bad. Like
Yeah.
I saw that for the first time on Sacred. I didn't even know about it because Colin was like, "Do you ever see that fucking statue?" And I was like, "No," and I couldn't believe how
He
bad it
looks
was.
so retarded. It's so fun. Like his eyes are so close together in the statue too, and he looks so stupid.
He looks like a melted, like a melted Madame Tussauds wax statue. Like it doesn't look like Cristiano Ronaldo at all.
What's so great is if you type in D Wade. Now, like the search engine's just ruined with like
The statue?
Yeah, he's immortalized as Let me see if I can.
That looks like fucking
Like
that. Oh my god!
Like that is not him even remotely.
That looks like it sounds.
That looks like fucking Dark Side. That is not at all
like his
fucking.
fucking shit just got fucking
Like that
shattered
looks like
off.
he's like summoning something. You know what I mean? Like that looks like a
Mega
still from an
Beam.
action movie. What the fuck is going on?
Like I was like, wow, that's not. It looks closer to there's a MMA legend named Chuck Liddell. It looks like this is so bad. The best one though is George St. Pierre. His looks like Obama, and so that was like a huge. Let me show you it.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
do you know the conspiracy theory about like what is it? Is it the Disney Hall of Presidents that has it? Like who has that Hall of Presidents like ride with animatronic presidents?
Is that
You know what I mean?
Is that like a Disney World thing or something?
I don't know if it's Epcot maybe. I really don't know.
I don't
I have
know.
no idea. I have no knowledge of Disney World at all. I haven't been to Disney related anything in fucking forever. But there's like a conspiracy theory that like they have to build animatronics for each of the presidents essentially, which is a lot of animatronics.
Right.
And I think like for the 2016 election, they had one and they just assumed Hillary was going to win. So they like built a Hillary one. And then like Trump won, and so they just like quickly reconfigured it and put different hair and like different clothes.
100%. I remember.
So like you
that.
look at it, you look at his animatronic, and it's fucking distressing because it just looks like both of them.
Yeah, yeah, that one's crazy. All right, let me show you. Here's a picture of George St. Pierre.
Okay.
Now I'm going to show you his statue.
George St. Pierre.
Now you tell
never
me-
heard of that guy.
He's probably the GOAT, actually.
Of what?
Welterweight division in the UFC.
He's probably the
Oh,
GOAT of
UFC.
UFC, yeah.
It's Kamaru Usman was just.
I
oh, man.
don't.
What does UFC
We
stand?
argue about this all day.
What does UFC stand for? I
The
actually don't know.
ugly fucking cunts.
Okay. All right.
And then there's just a bunch of ugly fucking cunts just slapping each other.
What is it, like Ultimate Fighting Corps or something? Like,
Close.
What is
Ultimate
it?
Fighting.
Oh, really?
It's champs.
No. Well,
okay,
championship.
thanks.
Yeah.
Champions.
Good. Hold on. Let me.
It is.
Yeah, but like.
Yeah.
He would have guessed it probably tomorrow. He would have
was
said
the bit,
He would have said
though. It
clean.
was-
I guess I didn't see the bit. I was just trying to help someone out that didn't. know something.
Sweetie executes bits like New York State executes pet squirrels.
Efficiently.
Now you tell me this looks like
with
him.
no prejudice.
You tell me this doesn't look like Obama. This looks like fucking Obama.
It looks like a fusion of them, but it does not look like him.
It doesn't look like. Well, my God, this definitely looks like me. They
That
make,
looks like Barack Obama.
That looks
Like,
like
dude,
if
bro.
Barack Obama was more white. You know what I mean?
like if he got a little bit more of his mom's genes. Yeah.
Well, let me be clear.
Let me be
I
clear.
will fight you.
I was born here.
I will beat the absolute ever
Couldn't cut
fucking.
it as a blind man. Couldn't cut it as a poor man stealing.
As a- Did you guys fail? No Nickelback November.
Well, what is that?
So apparently,
Is that a thing? Or did I
apparently
already fail?
That's you just
Oh,
you just
fuck.
failed it.
I didn't
You
realize I
can't,
was
you
going.
can't reference them.
So the I think that's the same thing because the vibration is technically music. So you can't listen to Nickelback in November, and I think the way that sound works, right? I think that counts.
Damn.
Yeah, I think that counts.
I didn't. That's
So
not
that means
fair.
that we lost now because of him.
I think so.
That is so terrible.
I didn't know. I didn't know. Restart
No, that's
now.
Now that's my. I feel like that's.
Now I just want to sing their songs.
That's my interpretation, though, because some people might disagree and say, no, you have to actually listen to the song to fail.
I think I actually did fail though already.
Yeah. You probably, just by
Because
proxy.
I think I heard Into the Night
Oh,
a couple days ago, which is not Nickelback necessarily, but it's not also.
See, because look, some people are putting.
Why you look so confused?
I know what you mean, but it's like it's not Nickelback, but
you know
it's
the
not
song,
not Nickelback.
You know the song "Hero," right?
Yeah.
Some people said listening to that was. That's why I feel like it's like anything adjacent to it, like since it's only Chad's in that
See,
song.
that line would have been broken because I watch Spider-Man every Thanksgiving.
Oh,
It's a Thanksgiving movie.
oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I never. Oh, yeah,
That
it
song
is.
is blaring in my head, and I'm having a problem right now because I've never thought about that
All right.
song really.
All right. Well, let's. I don't know. Let's move on to
Someone told me.
Oh, it's over. We lost again.
Well, I just did the Josie Scott part. Does that count?
Oh yeah, I don't know.
But on sabers.
I'm so high.
All right.
How can that be?
I didn't know that was even a thing.
It's
Damn
like
it.
No Nut November
Yeah, No Nut November was
No
too,
Nut, yeah,
too
which-
old school.
Yeah,
You
that
know?
one's fucking.
or Nonstop Nut November.
No
Turn
Shave
into
November.
fucking Mr. Hyde to that, dude. No Nut November. I think by the end of it, you're fucking killing people.
I did it when I was like 19.
No,
It
you
was just, it was
didn't.
just
You didn't.
gross.
Stupid.
Because I wasn't getting pussy, so that's why I was.
didn't.
It wasn't like I'm not doing this because
You're
fucking
lame
For
and gay.
educational purposes, did you film your nut after for the like you couldn't just see how far and you measured it like it was shot putting and shit?
Hail right in front of me, and then it just
A pail is crazy.
it's like somebody dumps a bunch of paint in a bucket.
But now, no, wait, hold on. A bucket, a pot, or a pail?
Oh my god, that is one of the oldest jokes we have. So we're talking about things that what are they old bowls or are they cups?
What?
At what line is something no longer a cup?
A cup has a handle on it.
Not always.
Not
right?
Oh,
necessarily.
but if you're talking
A
about
mug
one,
has a cup. A mug has a handle.
I guess it has to be a mug.
A mug has a cup.
I guess
a
a
mug
mug has a cup with a handle.
Yes. So at what point does a cup become a bowl? When it becomes wider
when
out
it's
than
wide
taller,
enough.
wider than taller, right? That's a bowl.
Yeah, I think because I mean you can have a tall ass fucking wide bowl, but it just has to be very wide, right?
Yeah, it has to be more wide than tall.
Yes.
Okay, so at what moment does it become a pan?
I
A
guess
pan has handles, and the wideness kind of correlates with the tallness.
is a
right?
pan a extremely wide mug? Is that what it is? He just like you just flattened it out?
Okay.
Is that what that is?
So then, at that moment, when does it become a bucket? When it has a hand? When it has a
A bucket has an overhand.
yeah. bucket
yeah.
overhandle.
I think like that's
Right?
the only universal one we can all agree that a bucket has to have. Because there are buckets without that, but that's such a useless tool.
At what moment does
That's
it
just
become
a big cup.
It's just a
Exactly.
very big cup.
Now, when does it become a pail?
A pail is a bucket
Is that
with
this?
no overhandle.
A pail is a bucket that has the curve around it, curving at the top that you can pick. It has like the lip, you know.
I guess.
That's what a pail is, right? Doesn't every pail has to have the lip that you can like pick it up, the rounded
I
exterior?
guess. Can I drink tea out of a pan?
You can drink tea out of anything as long as it can hold tea.
You could drink tea out of a rectum if
Because
you
at that
wanted.
moment, if,
What did you say? What did
You could drink tea out of a rectum if you wanted. You see those? You ever see that video of the fucking with the
that a
cereal?
cup? Is that a cup out of the asshole? The cereal, the cup out of the asshole. The cereal out the asshole.
Somebody interviewed somebody. What was I watching?
What
I was
the
watching
fuck could
a
you have been watching
podcast.
to be reminded of anything by this?
Sorry, it was your mom's house. This was years ago. They interviewed a OnlyFans couple that they eat food out of his partner's ass, like the chick. So her ass was so gaped that he would eat out of her. Didn't see it. I understood. It's not. It's one. You know how there's some things that when it's described to you, you're like, I know exactly what it is. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
you
say
get it. I get it.
I don't need to
Is
see
it
that.
the girl with the Mentos in her pussy?
Oh, dude, that's crazy.
That video
I don't
was
like that
so
shit.
crazy because she
I don't like
did
that
it
shit.
and then she looked like she didn't expect it to be as bad as it was. And I'm like, Miss,
She probably didn't.
That's why I don't understand that
that's
shit.
gonna not be a good idea no matter what.
I do really like that video of that guy that was like cold maxing.
What do you
with the
mean?
dry ice and fucking like.
Oh no, he is
the-
shorting his life. His life is getting
that shit
he
was
had
Oh, yeah,
dry,
he had
he had
the-
dry ice, the Sprite, and then all of the Listerine strips. He put the dry
was
ice
funny.
in the Sprite, and the Sprite was misbehaving. The Sprite was throwing a tantrum.
That shit was funny.
So what do you think is the worst from a human perspective? The worst ingredient of that?
The dry ice. Definitely.
You think so? I feel like it's actually the Listerine.
Oh, he Listerine first. No, he had the strips, and he ate, and he
Because no, but you have to, the amount of Listerine that like dry ice is crazy, and you're not supposed to be around that
You're not
really at
supposed
all.
to fucking touch it.
No,
It
yeah.
burns your skin.
Yeah. But for some reason, like I remember taking one Listerine strip and being like, "This is strong stuff," and he took like
he bought a whole thing of it. And he
Like
ate
a
all
lot.
of them.
that video's insane. Is it the video's called like him? What is it called?
I don't know. What is it? You got-
I don't know. I guess cold maxing probably makes sense. It's a pretty good.
If I put that
guess.
in, maybe it would show up now. Because since a lot of people, I like.
He was doing too much.
There's so far. I'm such I'm not a hipster, but a lot of times I guess I feel like it. But
Yeah.
then there's certain things that I'm so happy when it catches on.
Like maxing.
Maxing, I'm actually very happy when
Remember
people
the
say
video
that.
I sent this weekend of the guy saying he's Negro maxing?
Yeah, and like
You never commented our group chat, and you were like, I don't like this. I remember that. I remember Derek is like, we have a group chat with all of our friends in the general area, and Derek is always silent. He rarely says anything. But when he saw that, he was like, dude, I don't like this.
I didn't like the fact that everything was on par except for he had
Raising Cane's.
Raising Cane's.
Yeah.
No, you can't be nigga maxing with Raising Cane's. Like at the very least, if he would have gotten Popeyes, KFC or something, I would have been like, okay, fine.
I've
fine.
had KFC in a while.
But like
there's no reason.
KFC, man, KFC is just it's
Popcorn
gone.
It used
chicken,
to
I
be
will say,
so-
is like popcorn chicken is like their like Burger King chicken fries, where it's like
It's
that's
nice.
still good.
It's
You
not.
know?
I will say they have one thing that but if you know how to make it, it's actually your own sauce. It's called a Georgia Gold. That's fire sauce. So basically, it's like honey, barbecue, mustard, and I think it's just those two and then a little extra things. But it turns it like gold.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's fucking delicious. It's the only thing I've ever liked. It's not like KFC made it, right? It's just, but they had it there one time, and I was like, "This is actually really good sauce."
I've had KFC in a while.
Okay.
Yeah, there's
wait.
really no reason to. It's just like, what do you got?
All right. No, sorry. I had to mentally like unhunger myself.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna go to drop off my wife's best friend at the
Really?
airport, and so now I get to get some good LA chicken. So I'm super excited for that. Like I hate going down to LA, but I have to. So
Oh, yeah,
now
you might as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Might as well.
And now I have to get some fucking new studio headphones because my Audio Technicas, they're all plastic, and I like lightly set it down. Cause like with the ears facing down,
Yeah.
and this little the cheapest $150 headphones,
Pop.
and now it's just hanging by a wire, and I'm like, oh, cool. It's unfixable. Even duct tape,
Yeah.
when you put it in place, it's still kind of leaned up, and
That's
then
fucked.
you
That
need
sucks.
it covered. Otherwise, the sound it's.
Where are you gonna get them from? You gonna go in person to like?
Yeah, so I was gonna just buy something online, but I'm gonna stop by a Guitar Center or something.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
At least
Why not?
while I'm down there.
Might as well.
Yeah, I'm so
person.
mad. Like now I'm gonna get metal headphones.
I gotta
some metal.
get new speakers for my computer because I realized like while I was recording some of the shows for Sacred, like I noticed that it would be like I would get like in the headphones, and I was like, oh fuck, my headphones are fucked. That was my first thought, and then I switched the audio input from the Realtek to the fucking Focusrite, and it was perfectly fine. I was like, oh damn, so it's like
your-
the entire and to be fair, I've had that for like ever. So
Oh, right. So now they're starting. Okay.
so they're
I
starting to go.
I have to bring my computer because I still have the fucking piece of the headphone stuck in the jack. I just haven't
You
done it.
still have that?
he says it's
Yeah,
not
'cause
anything
I just-
about it.
I used the USB, like what Derek said. I just used the USB that's front of the headphones.
Yeah,
through it.
I mean, I understand, but that was always a temporary solution. You
It
understand?
has, I know, and I'm like, I have to listen to everything with my headphones on. So if I'm watching a video on my phone, I can't like make my bed. Or, if I'm watching a video on like my computer, I can't get up and make my bed or anything. And I'm like, oh my god.
I really can't understand
so
how
funny.
you even did that in the
That
first
is
place.
so
I haven't-
funny.
I haven't-
Literally, Derek saw me do it. I like moved my
As soon
hand
as
and I
we-
was like,
It was comically. It was the timing was comical. It's like as soon as your webcam turned on, you broke your shit. You're like, oh. I was like, oh,
the
cool.
thing is that it's a forged in case, so I have to go send it back to iBuyPower. They have to take the case off and then put a new one on there, and it's
Man,
like it's such a fucking waste of time.
can do
for
it.
me.
Yeah, you fucked up.
I'm gonna do it though, but
Let's
do it.
Let's get on to this next question here.
just do it.
Coming on his skin, the gaping will not yield wrote in. He says,
Coming on his skin, I
He
guess.
says, please talk about how much Kai Lang sucks. So I do want to talk about this because there's been some. So
Weird.
So do you?
That's
are
oddly
you
specific.
Well, are you familiar with what's going on?
No.
So there's like a lot of videos.
Are you talking about like? Oh, go ahead. Go.
Well,
please.
there's a lot of videos that have. I've seen a number of videos like on Twitter and like elsewhere of just Troy Baker talking about how much he hated Kai Lang. And I don't know if this is old information.
Who's Kai Lang again?
Kai Lang
Kai
is
Lang-
exactly. Kai Lang is in Mass Effect 3. He's like the
only
fucking-
Asian. The only Asian that's important in Mass Effect 3.
Yeah, he's
Character?
Like, yeah,
Yeah.
he's like the ninja cyborg.
The elusive man's assassin.
I know who he is. Okay, yeah.
He is shitty anime personified, like with the way that he behaves. Go ahead, take it
Well,
away.
no, I mean, there's just a lot of videos of like,
And Baker was talking about how much he hated him.
yeah, Troy Baker. Well, there's like a couple. It's like 3 separate things now. Of like, there's like a kind of like a cameo looking thing. There's one of him and Nolan North kind of doing like a Watch Mojo watch party of like worst characters or whatever, and like that comes up or whatever. And then there's another just interview with him with somebody else, and every video is him talking about basically apologizing for Kai Lang or being like, oh man, I'm so excited to be a part of Mass Effect, and then they give me this character, and I was like, oh man. And it was like, as an actor it was great, but as a fan it was just like, oh, it sucks. Which is hilarious, because I remember playing the original Mass Effect 3 and I remember being like, yeah, I don't really like him, but like I don't care that much about it, you
The
know?
way that I saw him was they made him really cheap and annoying so that when you kill him it feels good.
Yeah.
That was all I was thinking, because I'm like, yeah, this guy objectively is just like he doesn't really fit. He's kind of like the way that he reminds me of. So I watch Spawn every once in a while, 1997 Spawn, and Martin Sheen. I don't know if I mentioned this.
Dude, he's so evil in that movie.
He's so
it's crazy.
He talks like this. Yeah, now we're getting. And I was like, Martin Sheen's a phenomenal actor. And then he gets in a
tier.
fucking Spawn like Apocalypse. Like he's fucking great. And then he's like, now we're gonna do this. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck?
He's villain
Kai
acting.
Lane, yeah. And Kai Lane like has this like, yeah, I'm gonna this. And like the way that he talks, and I'm like, people don't talk like that. Even when people are evil, they don't like. They talk like normal. Like to me, it's for children. You villain Max, right?
Yeah, to point out like this is a bad guy. He
And
acts like a bad guy.
So I guess somebody told. Maybe that was the direction that was fed to
Maybe,
him?
yeah.
Because I'm like, oh, make sure you lean into it. Like lean into it. Don't give this guy. I don't understand.
don't give this guy any subtlety or believability. Do it as if you're doing a Saturday morning cartoon. Do it as if you're a villain on like Lloyd in Space or something.
Yeah, I missed all the discourse around. I missed any of
It
that.
wasn't that crazy. It was just it was. I just thought it was weird that it was coming up so much on my feed.
Oh, I wish I saw that.
Yeah, but it's funny. He's just the whole time he's just like, oh man.
I always wonder about that though. The people that
Play characters they have to hate.
yeah, you reluctantly like you want to be a part of a project and you're like fuck. Well,
Imagine
I'm
being
gonna do my
given
best.
Micah. Imagine being given Micah and you're like,
If you are, especially if you're like a really good person, yeah.
Yeah.
That reminds me of the guy that played Tywin Lannister in Game of Thrones. Like he's such a gentleman that he always had to like go to Peter Dinklage and be like, I'm so sorry. Like, you know, I'm just like that. He played his father, right? Peter Dinklage, and he always had to be like, I'm so sorry. Like, cause he's being such a massive dick to him.
the same thing with the guy that plays Otto now.
Plays who?
Otto. In House of Dragons,
Oh,
Allison's
okay.
dad.
Okay.
He's like a really nice, respectful dude, and it's like, I gotta play a cunt.
It's very interesting. It's very interesting. I guess apologizing is the interesting thing because everybody understands what's happening. Like,
Yeah.
they're all
but
professionals.
you're still doing it.
still-
You know, like,
But not
it's like
it's like
Leo. It's
the-
like Leo in freaking what you call it in Django. Like I know
Oh,
that
yeah.
Leo was like he's probably not a bigger person. Jimmy Fox probably like this is fucking hilarious, but like you're like I'm still saying this. Like there are gonna be recordings forever of me saying this fucked shit.
Sure.
you
With
know?
no context.
Yeah.
So like
People are gonna use my character to promote really fucked up shit, and I'm gonna be like, well,
yeah, there is kind of a degree of like you are still doing it. You know, it's like the guy. It's like the Szechuan sauce Rick and Morty guy at McDonald's.
Right.
Where it's like even like there was like, oh, he's just doing it ironically. It's like, yeah, but you're doing
You're
it.
doing it.
You know?
Yeah. Like
you can't like.
I wish he caught like.
What are you, Jared Fogle? Like, I did it ironically. Like,
I wish he caught a bullet like in his kidney. Like that guy is such a. Imagine working there. Imagine how busy that shit is, and that fucking absolute spazatroid comes in and does that.
you talking
sure.
about?
It's the same guy.
oh, same guy.
Same
Yeah.
guy like this. I would have. No, they probably really need their job if they're working at McDonald's.
Look,
I would have hired someone to come and get him.
Yeah.
I would have been like, "Yo, guys, come get right now."
I bet
Here's
there
a
were
free-
so many irredeemably annoying people with the Krabby Patty stuff. I don't know if that's still going on or not.
I think so.
I wanted to do
passed
it
by
really
the
bad.
Wendy's. I think it still had the promotion.
Yeah.
I want to do fire up those girls.
Yeah.
Rev up those fries.
Rev up those fryers.
Yeah, those-
I always want to walk in because the way he walks in is so burned into my brain because he just walks in with his hands out and I'm like, he's so happy.
Rev
Can't
up
you
those,
see we're closed?
rev up those fryers. He talks like an excited, almost like 1950s advertisement.
Rev
That's
those
what gets
fries.
me about it. It's like,
Is that
rev
sure
up
I'm-
those fryers.
Ah!
like a radio guy. You know what I mean?
He's so excited, dude.
I want to see if I can find the.
Yeah, rev up those fryers.
I want to see if I can find this classic play on that one. It doesn't look like it's in my.
I wanted to go so bad, but I was also like, I don't want Wendy's. Like,
Yeah, that's kind of the thing that I did check out the Addams Family thing.
What was
Burger
that?
King had.
Oh,
It was
Burger King.
like a purple bun Whopper with like
Like cum.
cum.
Yeah. What's Gomez? Adam. Wait. What are
Gomez.
their names?
I don't know.
Yeah. Is Adam? Is it
Andrew
Gomez?
Andrew Adams. I don't know. I don't know what these
Andrew
people's
Adams.
names are.
I know
It's-
Gomez
it's-
is the dad.
it's-
He's
Is that the same universe?
I think it's Gwunt.
Gwunt?
It's Gwunt Adams. It's Amy Adams. It's
Amy Adams is a picture as a porn star, but
no, that's just an actress.
Oh yeah, I know who that is. Yeah, yeah.
She's Lois in
I'm-
fucking Man of Steel.
I'm sure. Amy Adams.
that's fine. They're same. They're both actresses.
Yeah.
You're in the same field. You're in the
No,
same field.
and it came with like I think fucking Gomez's churro fries or something.
Oh, it's churro.
They're pretty good
Well,
actually.
he's Mexican.
It's not bad at all.
His churro.
It's not bad.
A little bit of horchata on the side.
Horchata.
He is Mexican. He is.
Nipple. Bring on guests. some
I remember
horchata.
bringing that up one time when I was younger. People were like, "No, he's not." And I'm like,
His name is Gomez.
Gomez.
I was like, his name is
Dude,
Gomez.
it is wild. Though. Like I remember having that same conversation with people. They were like, "He's not Hispanic," and they're like, "Gomez."
That's
You
his
stupid?
That's his first name. That's not his last name.
Is it his first name actually?
It's Gomez. Yeah.
I thought like it was in the show, but I thought it was like he had a
Gomez
first.
Adams.
I thought it was like his last name, and then he married. He was so obsessed with the woman that like he just took his last name and put it first because who he was before didn't matter.
That might be true.
I don't remember. I really just built up a lot of that lore in my head for no reason. I have no history with the
reason at
Addams
all?
family at all.
He loves his wife so much, and she's kind of fine. Don't get me wrong, but like, still, like,
Yeah. Did you see that show?
he loves
Was
too
it?
hard.
Was it Wednesday where like it's Luis? What's his name? Oh my
Oh,
god!
yeah, I know, yeah.
Is it Luis Guzman? No, it's not.
I think that's his name.
Is
actually.
it
Luis Guzman for what is he?
for Gomez in Wednesday? The Addams family.
Is Luis Guzman? Is that him?
I think. So. Can
I
someone look
haven't
this up?
seen. I haven't seen. Yeah, let's look it up.
I
That guy. I'm sorry.
can't. I don't know if I'm being racist or not.
Go ahead.
Because with all due respect, I just saw.
Oh wait.
Hey, let's look. I saw an ugly Mexican man, and I thought Luis Guzman.
Oof.
What do you mean racist? That just. I think he's objectively an ugly man.
No, but he's like the only. Like he's the only. I don't know how to describe
He's the
it.
only one of them.
He's like the ugliest Mexican man I've ever seen.
That's so mean.
No disrespect.
That's so mean.
The ugliest famous Mexican man.
That is true. Yeah.
Mexicans didn't get whiteified like quite like some of the other ones, man.
Yeah,
They
because
just-
he has he has the
he got the
caveman
Pocahontas
genes,
He got the
dude.
Pocahontas
Yeah.
genes going
He's
on.
absolutely a Neanderthal.
It's like, come on, dude. Like that is a
That's fucking
he looks-
Neanderthalito right there, man.
There's something about him that like he's so not good looking that he's almost handsome in the other direction, you know.
Oh, that's like
He's
ugly.
so-
that's
he's
like
so-
what is it
he's-
that they call it? Like ugly hot or something? Is it
He's
what
stoic.
people?
It's almost stoic, like a
sometimes,
lion.
but then you see this and you're like, ooh.
Like a lion almost, you know.
So he looks normal. He looks adorable there. Like
Yeah?
he looks like a pug almost, and like that's like
So,
ugly.
so
and like
would you kiss him?
I wouldn't, but like I would hug him and be like, "Aw," you know, like he
Like,
looks
I
like
would
my
chill with
he
him.
looks like like an uncle that would be like nice.
You're a racist homophobe.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
whatever.
wouldn't you wouldn't
Mexicans
kiss
aren't-
you wouldn't kiss this
Mexicans aren't a race. First
you
of all.
wouldn't kiss this beautiful Mexican man. And you-
Mexicans aren't a race. Don't give
Oh,
them
man.
that. Don't give them that. They're not a race. Don't ever give them that. But,
damn, bro. I mean, fine.
it's so
Next
strange
question.
for Mexicans. It's like, what race are you? And it's like, I don't know. It's just straight up like,
I mean,
yeah, I'm gonna
whatever.
type in ugly Mexicans while I read the next question.
That is crazy. Michael
I'm actually
Basketball
looking that
Jordan
up.
Basketball Peterson wrote in.
Nice.
Says, "Hey y'all, what's your most obvious instance of in media of a drop in quality following?" I really fucked my throat up coughing. A drop in media, a drop off in quality following an individual's departure from the production team, whether it be a writer, developer, producer, or a musician leaving the band. Mine was when the drummer of Avenged Sevenfold passed away. They put out an album every other year from 2000 to 2010. But since his death in 2010, they have only written 3 albums, including an album worse than their shitty try-hard hardcore metalcore debut album. Unsurprisingly, when I looked at their credits, he was credited as the main writer for a lot of their catalog.
So I'm gonna have to. So I agree and disagree. First of all, he talks about try hard and stuff. Like they were very much OC, hardcore, punk first.
Really?
When they
Or
first started
Sammy
off,
punks?
yeah, they're from OC. They're from the I think the Huntington Beach area, if I remember correctly. And that was kind of how it was before, and then it kind of just evolved into metalcore. It's an okay album. It's I wouldn't call it try hard at all. It's from the area. Like it's just one of the things that if you grew up in the area, you'd understand the vibe of the music. Not for everyone though. And after the music, after say Rev died. Rev did write a lot of the riffs. Like say a song that a lot of people like is called "Almost Easy" from their Critical Acclaim album or whatever the fuck. And they showed him like writing. So that's why a lot of times you can tell when the drummer writes a lot of stuff because the drum fills and a lot of things and grooves will fit the riffs because it's all written in his head. So then you can tell a noticeable difference when things are written afterwards, but. There was a time where I wasn't really listening to them because the albums were just like okay, but they had this guy Brooks, he was in Bad Religion. Brooks joined Bad Religion. They did like a Warped Tour together, them and Avenged Sevenfold. And then Brooks joined Avenged Sevenfold, and their album, The Stage, which came out in 2016, if I remember correctly, is a phenomenal album. And the drumming's great. It's a great album. So it's one of those things where there was these in-betweens that a lot of people kind of liked but the drumming was very basic because I think they had somebody else just writing whatever. I don't really listen to that music that much, but 2016 they came back. Brooks came in and wrote with that album. I think they're in a great position except for this weird album that they just dropped last year.
I think it's so strange artists making music for that long,
Dude, when
Like,
artists can,
it's just weird to me. Like, if you can do it, you can do it.
I love it. That's the whole thing. That right there.
You can because obviously, like number one, Nas. Nas went from like he had obviously Illmatic, Stillmatic, good albums. As was written, was a pretty good album. But then he took a long break. He made an album with Kanye. Kanye completely fucked him over. Made him have his worst album by far. And then like he took a break off. And in 2020 to 2023, released 3 of the best hip hop albums like ever. So it's like. If you got it, you got it.
Yeah,
You talking about Uncle Adams?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't know what he's talking about. Yes, he is.
He doesn't know what he's talking about. he doesn't know what he means.
That is fucking crazy. I mean, well, yeah, I don't
So
know.
it depends on what you have, But like, if I can think of something that dropped in quality soon,
I can think of something immediately where it's like when Dan Harmon left Community, it was night and day, dude. It was unbelievable.
That's a good point. Yeah.
How
season 4, right?
yeah, season 4, like he was all through season 1 through 3 and then 5 and 6. And because they hired him back because it was that catastrophic. You know how bad the show has to be for you to be like, we fired you, but like you gotta. That's like
You gotta sweeten that deal.
it's literally what happened with Disney with James Gunn, where they were like, where they fired James Gunn over those tweets from like 2009.
Yeah.
And they were like, we need you back.
It sucks. Please help.
Please help us. We modeled ever since you've been here. We've modeled everything after how you do things, and now that you're not here, we don't know how to do anything.
It's insane, which is so fucking stupid on their part. But like,
Really stupid. Yeah.
like it's like just they fired him. He mentioned how he even shat on himself. He was like, "I was really dumb. It was dumb that I made these jokes." And they were like, "We got to get rid of you." And it's like, well.
Yeah.
No, you keep people like that as examples. You need them around to be like, oh,
Yeah, it was
I
really stupid.
wrong.
Right.
That was like one of the few things. Like I was back. Like I remember cancel culture being like a big talking point. And that was one of those things where I was like, "What the fuck? That's insane."
That was
You know?
another thing. It's like, shut up. Like, if you scrub through everybody's tweets around that time, there are so many tweets that were also just saying stupid bullshit, trying to make people laugh. So it was like, I understand
online
that they
Twitter
were.
was a
I understand
different
that
place.
they're fucking inappropriate jokes, sure, but also
Calm down. Yeah.
he's not like. I don't think it was one of those projection things where
No, I
this
don't think
guy's.
so either.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't get that vibe at
Well,
all.
also, he denounced them. That's the thing where he himself was like, these
I feel like
were
you shouldn't have even had to
stupid.
do
He should
that.
have just been like, well,
Should have just
bro.
been obvious. Like, dude, it's fucking 10 years. Like
It's-
to me,
well,
it's,
No, I
Signs of the
know.
times.
I know what you mean. Right?
I know what
But,
you're
like,
saying.
You gotta,
especially the fact that he denounced it was just like, why? Especially, why do you care?
Yeah.
yeah.
You know?
like obviously, like certain things. You know?
I have an interesting example about like people departing because this is so interesting. So there's two of my favorite bands, Born of Osiris. There's a guitarist, Jason Richardson. When he left that band, I don't like their music anymore because that guy was a fucking genius with like writing riffs, and he fit perfectly in that band. Then he actually did improve another band that he joined for a little while.
He left that
called
band,
Chelsea
too.
Grin. They left, but then he joined All That Remains, and he actually, in my opinion, maybe people disagree with me, but I feel like they just released 2 or 3 new songs because they're hinting towards a new album. I hate the songs. He's too good to be in that band. They're a very grounded metalcore band, and his riffs are way too intricate, and they sound stupid in that band. The guitarist Ollie, who he died a few years ago. Ollie was the guy that wrote all that music, and he was like, you heard the stuff on Guitar Hero 3, fucking 6, All That Remains, like that fucking album that like blew them out. That guy wrote brilliant riffs, very easy, digestible, catchy riffs. And this guy Jason's going like, and it just sounds like fucking, I don't know, chickens getting slaughtered to me. Like it's just like it's all over the place, and I'm like,
can you
it's
guys
too much.
Can you guys name an artist that is too good for the band they were a part of?
That one I just definitely that is one
I
thing.
think there's one that's really famous.
What do we got?
M and D12.
Well,
Oh,
I mean,
They were all good rappers though. Not to give them, they were
all but they're. Come on, let's be real.
they were
No,
fine.
hold on,
They were
hold on,
fine.
wait, hold on. You know, there's somebody in that group that is not good. Who is
Who
it?
am I missing? Am I missing somebody?
No, Bizarre.
Was Bizarre that bad? Am I tripping? Is he that bad? Or was I listening to him when I was way too young to understand? Like, oh, this is a really bad rapper. Or
To
good
me,
rapping.
Bizarre was like, you ever. I don't want to be that mean. He's just. He's
You have
like,
respect. That's
but
how
let's
you
just
have
say,
respect for the
I'll
person.
upgrade it from what I was going to say. He was kind of. It felt more like Make-A-Wish to me. Like it felt like they were like. It felt like. Yeah, I was going to say
crazy.
something way worse than that,
That
but
sounds
like.
so much worse than
No,
anything that
no,
I thought
no,
you
it
were
was-
going to say.
no, no, it was-
You're a Make-A-Wish rapper.
It was the same. It's obviously M.
I cleaned it up a little bit actually.
Easy E was way better than everyone else he was around in freaking what you call it.
Easy E, it was to me. He just got lucky that around the time being kind of shitty was still kind of acceptable.
Being
and
a shitty person or being a shitty rapper.
Oh, being a shitty rapper was still somewhat acceptable in some instances around the early 90s. Around the early
Easy
90s,
wasn't that bad.
he started off being fucking like a horror show, but he picked it up pretty quickly.
Yeah. And then obviously and Dre
Because
Dre was just
What's
fucking.
oh my god, I'm blanking on that song, the first song that he ever dropped. Oh my god,
I don't remember his first song.
Oh, the Simpsons theme.
yeah. He was like
Simpsons.
The Simpsons and the Simpsons. I got AIDS.
No, it's just the.
And I'm gonna die soon.
No, he just died.
Farewell.
He's dead.
He dies right
He
then.
I got AIDS and
that's
I'm
tragic. That's
fucking
like
dead.
that. That's like that Queen song where like he died in the middle of it, and Brian May had to finish it. That's real.
Wait, while he was recording?
No, well, I mean, he died like while they were recording.
Well, that's what I was saying. So you're like, that's like, I was
Yeah.
like, wait, no way.
No, there's a Queen song that starts off with Freddie and ends with Brian May because he died before they could finish singing.
Mama.
Niggas.
That's crazy.
I'd be sick if he. That's how he should. I did see some of his older stuff, and it made me feel bad. Like his newest stuff, I guess, latest stuff, I should say, before he died, where he was so visibly ill.
Sick, yeah.
And I was like, "Fuck, I hate looking at this."
Live Aid, I think he literally gave a lot of his life to that performance. I think he was like, I'm on my way out, let's just have fun like one more time.
It's pretty
It's
crazy.
like Goku going Super Saiyan 3 and running out his clock. And being
That's
like,
exactly what it is.
like,
Yeah.
I'm going to go for it, I guess.
Yeah,
Why not?
I think Devin Townsend was far too good for Strapping Young Lad. For sure.
But
It's insane.
Yeah, that's
You listen to Strapping Young Lad, and it's like it's fine. But
That's-
that guy's
yeah.
crazy.
Was he? What was the position Strapping Young Lad?
He was, I think, he wasn't the drummer. I don't even know.
He can
exactly.
drum too?
He can do it. That dude's crazy. I really don't understand that guy.
What do you think of his new album? What do you think of his new album?
I haven't heard it yet.
Oh.
That's Power Nerd.
Yeah,
I haven't heard it yet. I've seen it. Like I usually like try to make time
right.
for that kind of a thing because he always puts out weird stuff, and I never know how it's gonna hit me. But
It is definitely one of those
it's a weird one.
all over the
It's
place.
like
Earl.
empath or whatever. Where it was just
Earl.
like
Earl and Frank Ocean in Odd Future.
from My Name Is Earl.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. What was the fat guy in that show?
Yo, he got yoinked, bro. He looks like a monster now.
Really?
I love that. I love that for him.
Wait, who is
Yeah,
that?
the remember the Titans fat ass guy that I can't remember his name.
And My Name Is Earl.
Ethan
the
Suplee.
brother.
Ethan Suplee. Ethan Suplee.
I'm not gonna look.
He was really overweight.
But the
He was-
guy in
All right,
the fat ass in American History X. My eyes are seeing the glory of
Oh,
the
yeah, yeah,
trampling.
okay.
Is that guy?
Yeah.
So he's yoked now. He is fucking.
He's
jacked.
like-
I was gonna
more-
say, listen, you got me. I've never seen My Name Is Earl.
oh.
I just know that that's
He
a
got-
show.
So
he got
Jason
more than
Lee,
yoked.
right? Jason Lee is the main
Yeah,
character.
Earl.
Yeah,
And then, I mean, you know Jason Lee, right?
yeah.
Oh my god. Pretty much, he went from being like really, really overweight to like got like a prop. He had like a condition. Something happened.
Of course.
And then he was just like, I'm gonna work out. And he didn't just work out. He worked out like Dwayne Johnson works out, and now he looks like a weapon of mass destruction.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Insane. He's so jacked. It's like he also had the genetics to be that jacked as well. He's just a big guy to begin with.
Big guy. Yeah.
So it was just like, oh,
Good frame to carry it. But he refuses to. He doesn't need it, but he refuses to get the skin surgery either.
Oh, really?
So he has a little loose skin, but it's not like that bad since he has so much muscle on him.
He looks insane.
So it's I was like, fuck, good for him. He started a podcast talking about like nutrition and health and
He
shit.
is insane. He's in the shape that's like.
I'm a little
wild.
sad because I kind of wanted him to always be that like fat nerd in every.
I mean, he's still
thing.
funny. He's still a funny, nerdy guy, but
Like
he's
he's
just
good, but he just can't play those roles. He was in a Butterfly Effect with Ashton
Ashton
Kutcher.
Kutcher.
Yeah,
Why can't you? Can you not be a jack nerd? I guess because you're just
you can
Henry Cavill.
Huh?
Henry Cavill's
You can be a jack nerd,
Henry
but
Cavill's
he never
a nerd.
plays a
He's
nerd
never-
though.
Henry
That's
Cavill's
true.
never allowed
Yeah,
to
he
be a
never
nerd.
plays.
He needs
nerd,
to
yeah.
play a nerd. I want him to
You
play a
see
fucking
him be a
nerd.
nerd whenever he talks. He's like, "Did you see?" So I've been playing Warhammer, right?
Yeah,
And it's-
he's so fun. He's so funny. Did you see when he was like fucking that PC when he was building it? Essentially,
Yeah.
It was a little too sensual. I was
he was loving it. He was
I
in
was
love.
actually like, I was like, am I gay? What's happening right now? Because he's like,
Am I gay for the
he's
PC? though?
he's like really taking care of it. I was like, oh my god, women are probably gushing right now watching this. Like, oh, imagine if you would like take care of me like that. And I'm like, no, what about me? What about me, bitch?
Fold them into it, throw away.
Dumb bitch. It's my
Shout
turn.
out to him, dude. He seems like a really, really
He
genuinely
seems so
cool
dope.
guy.
He's probably the only celebrity. Like, I want to meet celebrities, but he's the only celebrity I want to hang out with. He's probably
I
like
would
the
chill
only
with
one
him.
that I want to hang out with.
I would chill with him, and then who else is
Like, I don't want to hang out with Keith David. I just want to say hi to him because I feel like
I want to talk to Keith David.
that's what
but
I
at the
mean. Like,
same
I want to
time-
just like talk to him, but I don't want to spend enough time with him because at a certain point he's gonna be like, "You're really fucking weird," you know? And I'm like, "No, I've been exposed."
When
and
I
then
really
at that
think
point,
about
I'm
it-
just gonna like let it all the weirdness out. Like, "Hey, let me taste your dick or something.
That is
Let
crazy.
me taste your dick, Keith David.
I didn't even mean it, but it's like I'm like it's almost like like Tourette's at this point. I just
He's
can't
like-
hold it in. I gotta say some weird shit.
He's like, when people were like making fun of him about him choosing the divorce stuff, he was like, if you don't like what I'm doing on Hasman, don't watch it.
Yeah,
Like, suck my dick. I don't care.
suck my fucking silver throated dick.
You fucking rat bastard! You! I'll kill your dog in your sleep.
Oh, ew. Immortal Gordo wrote it. He says, "Hello, trash cans. I also grew up in Ulster County. First of all, I never grew up in Ulster
Yeah,
County.
we didn't grow up Ulster.
Yeah,
We were
but-
close though.
Yeah, we knew. I heard about it.
Also,
It was like the it was like the what is it that place in the Lion King?
right?
Is that Ulster County?
Pretty sure Newport's Ulster County.
I never really been there.
How do your counties work, man? I don't understand how your counties work.
They're county. It's like how counties work over here, pretty much.
Well, but we have like proper cities, and then you
We have
guys have
cities,
like.
too.
But then like you have
We
all
have
these.
cities and towns.
But like a town isn't an actual city. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we
A lot
have
of times.
we have towns. Like we're from the town of Fishkill. Right next to us, the town of Wappinger.
What city do you live in? Did you live in?
We lived in a town, not a city.
No, no,
Towns and cities are not.
no. But you have to like with your area code. You have an official city that you live in.
No, we have a town we live in.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Like when I talk about towns, like Hollywood is a town, but it's in
Right.
the city of Los Angeles.
I think that might be true within cities. Like a major cities is different.
Well,
but
that's
we
what I'm
lived-
saying.
but
I'm like,
we
I don't
lived-
understand
but
your
we lived in
geographic.
straight up towns. They were towns.
Yeah,
we
there
lived
wasn't a
in.
city around.
But
And
like,
then
so
the
you
biggest
guys had
city
your
was
own
a
area
little-
code.
Yeah, we did.
So
But
it's a small city. Did you guys have a mayor?
Yeah, I think so.
we had a town mayor.
Well, then that's a city.
No, I think
It's
no,
just small enough to consider it a town, but that is what a city is. A city has a
that
mayor.
you might be very technically right, but where we live, it was called a town.
I understand that. I understand the vibe of the
on
town.
On forms, they would call it a city.
I understand what you're saying.
Would they?
Yeah.
I don't remember. I don't remember.
I understand because like a town is this,
But it wasn't a city.
A
Like-
town is a term. It's not an official like.
Are you
say,
sure? I think
yeah,
it
I'm from a
is.
small town, but then it's like I'm from the small town of some stupid fuck
No,
city
you would
that's
say
600 people.
You would say this. You would say like Fishkill's not a city, but you would say the city of Fishkill. If that makes sense.
I think you're right, but I also remember seeing it said on documents.
Whatever, dude.
now
I don't
as
care.
well.
You're gay.
Whatever.
Whatever. It doesn't. I mean,
Whatever.
it doesn't matter. I have a hard time trying to figure out other places that aren't like
Living not
like,
in major cities is a completely different experience.
Sure.
Like not being in cities is way different than like
Yeah.
Because
Like-
we lived in like just the last vestiges of a suburb.
Look, I was in like Nebraska or South North Dakota. I was in one of those fuck states, right? And they had a city called Jefferson that had like 600 people in it.
Yeah,
But
that's
crazy.
insane.
that's a fucking town. You know what I mean? But it is a city.
You can take over that city. Isn't
That's
that
just
You-
that's like
a few us.
those immigrants that they're so afraid of.
that is actually. Is this place real?
It is. It was at the time.
What are we doing?
Now there might be. Well,
Let's take it- let's
this was
take it.
This was 2009. They might have 1,500 people now.
That's whatever.
All those
do a
immigrants,
live
they
show.
let in all those immigrants, right? And they went there, and they're fucking. Now it's a bunch of Haitians saying
Oh,
"Sapa say,"
man.
and a bunch of Venezuelans taking over buildings. So we're already too late.
Dude, though-
we should have jumped then.
I know they got it now. It's literally there's a barbershop in every corner. There's like
Bunch of Caribbean food
Yeah,
everywhere.
it is like-
Everybody's dancing in the streets all fucking
they're
night.
fucking seething. The regular Jeffersonians.
Not racist, but
What happened to my town? And then now they're gonna like look to Aaron Lewis of Stained, where he's like, "Am I the only one?
Oh, God.
am a racist cunt." You ever see that shit?
I almost did a video on it, but it was just so stupid. But anyway, he says, I also grew up in Ulster County, Woodstock specifically.
oh no, that's not by Iceland. It's a little.
That's pretty far.
It's like 3 hours. I've been to Woodstock. That area sucks dick. Terrible.
Yeah, Woodstock
area.
sucks.
Terrible area.
Like, it's so funny growing up hearing about Woodstock, and then you go to it, and it's just like, this place fucking
Well, it wasn't even
blow-
at Woodstock.
I know, it wasn't.
It
Isn't
wasn't
that
even
crazy?
happening there.
I don't even. Where is it? Was it
Woodstock
like
is
by?
like-
It happened really close to Canada, if I'm not mistaken. It happened like
Woods-
upper.
Oh, wow.
Well, Woodstock was supposed to happen in Woodstock, and then I think the town of Woodstock was like, you can't do that here. But they already called it
They
Woodstock.
called it
So that
Woodstock.
they, like, I think it happened in, like, some other town
I
somewhere
had
else.
no idea.
I know. I think we only know this because we grew up around
Yeah.
it.
I went
But-
to a comedy show in Woodstock, like a comedy event.
I bet that was hilarious.
Yeah,
It was-
right. You know,
I smoked weed with
those
a lot of
famous
cool people,
comedians
though.
from Woodstock,
I met
huh?
a lot of cool people. I don't know if this guy, he's a black dude that's on a podcast now. He did a show out here. One
Oh, that
time.
narrowed it down.
1 second. Let me think.
Amazing.
I'm getting there. Wait, you didn't even like.
I know, but
I'm getting there. Wait, he was a part of All Deaf Digital. I forgot his name. But I smoked weed with him. Actually, it was really fucking crazy.
fucking
so
deal.
many people. Bruce, Patrice O'Neill. I'm just kidding.
No, name every nigga, and I don't know their name, but I might guess it right
yeah, I'm just
eventually.
gonna just start saying niggas with podcasts.
But I was there with Happy went there. It was like really fucking weird. It was like a lot of like it was just a bunch of like clearly white people that have never left their town. And it's me and the black guy, like, we the only niggas here, right? And he was like, don't move too fast.
Don't move
too fast. They're definitely watching us. As we're just smoking weed in the corner, it was me and like our friend Elliot.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, this is weird. I don't like this.
I just saw.
I don't want to be here. I want to be somewhere else.
Here's a fun little question from the platonic form of homosexuality.
Hot.
So this
Friendship?
Yeah.
That's crazy. If you could invite any fictional character onto the show as a guest, who would it be? To keep things interesting, not only is that particular character made or real to appear on the show, so too is the corresponding fictional metaphysics, characters, and lore of their native universe. That's crazy. So you're just basically, by accepting them onto the show, you're basically welcoming them, like you're chalk zoning them and their entire world building.
I was going to say Geralt of Rivia, but I was like, no.
You don't want all that shit.
No.
You got to do something simple.
No vampires.
I feel like you got to pick something simple that you feel like there could be meat on it.
Arthur Morgan.
I get that would alter history, I guess, slightly, right?
How would it?
That's fine.
Well, what do you
let it.
What do you mean how?
How would it alter so significant?
Well, everything.
Well, I mean, there's no
Saint
Denis.
But that's probably like now like homogenous to a town that existed, you know?
Yeah,
right, but you're not.
Gambit's gonna be a little different. He's gonna be like Remo Labie.
Remy LeBeau.
Yeah, he's Remo Labie now.
Remy Levy. I think I would pick something like
Commander Shepard.
Yeah.
Commander Shepard.
How boring would that be?
Yeah, he would be so
He
lame.
wouldn't be a person. He'd be just
Because there would be no one controlling him.
Right.
He's just a fucking brain dead moron with somehow a lot of accolades.
Dude, do we kill Keith David if we bring one of his characters on? Because then he just disappears and now he's this.
Oh,
and there's
I don't
no more
know.
Keith David.
No, he would just-
wouldn't know. That's so bad. That's so much.
And is he aware? Is he like, what happened to me? Oh,
Yeah,
what am I? Hey, why am I?
I'm becoming Commander Anderson.
Why am I Anderson? This is fucking terrifying.
Yeah, this is the safest thing that I think could yield the best results. The one that would interrupt the world the least, although still significantly. But I feel like you could have a good conversation. I want to know the politics, like the real political philosophies of Dr. Neocortex from the Crash Bandicoot games.
Chris, that would so wildly destroy the way Australia would not be able to have people. If
It doesn't take place.
Like them.
It doesn't take place in Australia.
Where does it take place?
It takes place on like some random isolated island. So that island exists now, but it's like already isolated.
Do you think that Cortex is like it has to be? Is there points in time? Like, has the crash things already happened? Because if it has, then there are definitely crashed like muffin. We're gonna walk outside and somebody's gonna twirl past us. No, Wampa fruit are gonna be addictive as shit because they're gonna give people life back. If your fucking dad dies, you're like, oh, I'll just feed him a bunch of Wampa fruit and he'll re-erect.
Yeah, I mean,
Uka Uka. People will take Uka Uka masks and then blow up nukes.
That'd be sick
and they'll
as
be
fuck.
fine.
That'd be sick as fuck.
but no
War
one
would be very different.
But only Cortex knows about this.
Yeah, like nobody
And
nobody knows where the island is yet.
No, but by that, but like,
Boom, boom. The
there's
island is
no
yet.
way that kind of engine breakthrough. That is an insane breakthrough. in
Motherfucker,
science.
you were about to say Geralt of Rivia.
No,
You were about to
that's
unleash
why-
a
that is
supernatural plague among
Everything.
everything.
Chris, and that is why I immediately walked it back. I would love to talk with Garrett about how cool it is to murder monsters. I'm like, is it fun?
Would you try to go through the witcher
Absolutely
ritual?
not, absolutely
You're
not.
absolutely
Absolutely not. That's
you're
crazy.
like how cool it would be. And you're like, nope.
when I was maybe a child, I would have died definitely, but like had more of a chance.
I would have died.
I don't know
definitely.
any strong enough children that could have been like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna endure torture
point.
and killing mons as a little boy.
Look, we'll get Dr. Cortex on, right? And
Yeah,
I want to ask
Cortex.
him. I want to ask him the question. And be like, sorry, Dr. Cortex. I know this is kind of rhetorical, but I just want you to explain why you chose to have the hard R on your forehead.
What if he's like, my name is actually. I don't even want to say how ridiculous it is.
I just want to know why you represented that, like on your. You don't have to. I'm
With his
not
big-ass
curious.
head.
Yeah, I'm not curious. I'm not
His head is
curious of
huge.
what it means. I'm curious of why you put the hard R on your forehead.
He would. The thing
Just
about
totally
Cortex
fucking
is that
gaslight
Cortex
him.
might get physical because of how upset he gets.
Maybe
he
it'd be-
gets so really upset that he might physically
That
assault
is
you.
not why I put the N on my forehead. Like it's just like.
But he's also like,
you know it is.
isn't he like? He's like 3 feet tall, right?
He's 3 feet tall, but
His projection's scary, though.
But it's his world.
True.
Like
That is true.
Crash would beat. If you put Crash in the UFC, he would kill anyone there. Like actually, like he'd beat the fuck out of Brock Lesnar.
He's just slapping. He's just fucking people up.
I don't think a regular person could muster up the damage to really hurt him.
When you think about the size,
Like actually,
when you think about the size of a bandicoot, and the
Yeah.
fact that he spins with enough force to shatter wooden boxes,
Right.
with ease.
well, no, Crash is bigger than a
Those
regular
are fucking-
Bandicoot.
He
Crash
is.
Bandicoot
He
is at
is.
least like
He's-
4 or
he's-
5 feet tall.
I don't know how tall he is at
I
all.
think he's like 4 feet tall.
Let's see. 13!
13 feet. 13 foot tall
13
Crash
stories tall.
That's just a tornado.
That's just Doom.
He's 13 stories tall, and in that perception,
13 stories?
In that world,
In that world,
is it
it
Crunch?
looks
Is it
normal.
Crunch huge? Right, that's his name, right? Crunch.
Crunch?
So
Yeah.
that means
Is
those
it Crunch massive?
those
So
fruit. That means the fucking the boulder that chases him sometimes.
The boulder
is
chases him the size of the
so
moon.
mu-
It's the size of the
Well, first of all, that
fucking
means
moon.
Cortex is massive. Also, Cortex is no slouch either.
They
In
would have
that
brought him here trying to talk sweet to him. He would have he would have ate one of us.
Dingo Dial is fucked.
I love that idea of that would be a cool. See, that would be brilliant to me. Just like if you created that shit, like what if like some Naughty Dog people were like, yeah, actually we forgot to tell you that.
Yeah, we forgot
Crash
to tell
is
you
13 stories tall.
Crash is 5 feet tall.
Exactly.
Sounds about right.
Okay, that sounds right.
Yeah.
So do you think his feats and his accolades?
He's so strong.
Think of how many boxes fell on him, and he's unconscious, right? He's hurt, but he gets right back up into the fight.
Yeah. Those are like shipping crate boxes. And he just, like he fucks them
Taking
up.
him to the back.
He's fine.
Those boxes are coming through the Panama Canal right as we speak.
Right.
And are like built to withstand all sorts of hazards. And this dude spins once. He can body slam through
Metal.
slightly reinforced
Bam.
ones.
That's right. That's right. Bam.
His roundhouse kick would put someone in the floor.
Would he be able to? To me, it always comes back to Michael Phelps because when everybody's so worried about like cheating, but I'm like he's such a
Essentially cheating.
freak. Can you in good? Was this kind of should this have happened? Should Michael Phelps have been able to do this when he's just way too?
Well, the thing is,
it's almost like when the Chinese fucked up, right? They build Ming Yao.
They built him?
They
built Yao Ming, yeah. They
engineered
engineered him.
people to fuck to make sure, and they probably put stuff in him to make him 7'6". Or 7 foot. He was 7'5". He was 7'5".
That doesn't surprise me at all.
Now,
No.
because of I think all the genetic meddling they did, that he was too injury prone. So he was really dominant, but he was only played for a handful of years because he just couldn't. He was just too fucked up.
He looked like the offspring from what you call it from the Alien movie.
Oh,
He was actually built like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
He was
I mean, that is a basketball player.
I'm Tim
literally.
Walsh, and I love. How does Tim Walsh sound? I'm Tim Walsh. I'm
I actually don't know how to impersonate Tim Walsh. I don't know how to impersonate Jaden. What the fuck is that?
Orgasm.
I like.
We need,
is that it? I
no,
don't know.
we
Do
need
you
more.
thi- do you
We need
think-
more time around him to really get
Do
it.
you think honestly if
I couldn't impersonate Mike Pence though either. To be honest with you,
Because he was just like,
He was just a
I'm
guy.
Mike Pence.
isn't it crazy that he saved the world?
off of the COVID stuff?
You know what I mean?
Right,
he
over the
like-
COVID stuff, right?
No, like
It's
we
so
kind
absurd,
of
but
owe him
At
a lot.
the same time, he was like, I'm not.
Yeah, he didn't certify the vote that
I'm not-
the fake vote. that
I'm not
Donald Trump-
certifying your fake elector votes, you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
What makes it insane? What makes
You're
it
too
so,
honest, Mike. You're too honest. I'm like,
What
what a
makes
crazy
it
thing to say to
insane-
somebody.
The fact that he said that is what. Yeah, that's one of those things. It's like, listen,
What makes it insane is that
Yeah.
all that happened and his whole the vast majority of his cabinet's like, this nigga's crazy. Like, that is like, this dude's crazy.
They actually, the N word too. They actually, this nigga's crazy.
Mike Pence was like, I know I'm gonna offend some people. I'm real sorry. I'll send money to like Howard or whatever. This nigga's insane.
So, and then he fucks off. And then he fucks off. He flies off with his force lightly.
He electrocutes a gay man into fucking mist. And
then he leaves. Like, look,
Buttigieg, you're in the crowd? Yes, I am.
Buttigieg, you're next. But look, he's like, look, I don't like gay people. Yes, I am Emperor Palpatine. However, I care about this country. And then he shocks Buttigieg and leaves.
Shocks the fuck out of Buttigieg.
It's just
His
a wild.
name is a butt. too.
I love that his name is Booty Sludge.
Yeah, it is. It's exactly
butt,
what it
it's
is.
butt it a juge. Literally the word butt and
It
he's
is-
gay.
it's-
Like that's
I
a
love it.
joke.
Isn't
That is
that
a joke that was written by
Do you
someone,
think
know?
that he wouldn't have been gay if that wasn't his last name?
I don't know. He's like a nice guy though. He's just a pretty
I like him a lot.
I
actually.
didn't like him early, like when he was in the. I remember not liking him in the debates when I saw him, but he seems like normal now. Like I don't know.
I think now that he's
seems
not
kinda
running
chill.
for presidency,
They're
like
not telling him not to
he's
talk
just
like
being,
a human.
Yeah, he's just being very normal. I saw one of those like Jubilee type things. Where
Oh,
he
yeah,
was-
me too, yeah.
So he did that, and
He had a good conversation.
He's
with people.
ultimately-
he's good.
Respectful.
I like him.
Yeah, he's ultimately a politician. I don't trust these people, but like,
Right.
he does a good job of like communicating to people, which is
I
like
mean,
important.
He
Right.
was very honest where he was just like, look, dude, anyone that is a politician has ambition. There's like, that's undeniable. You can't say I don't. I'm
wish-
here too.
Yeah,
Right.
And he was like, I know that people when they run for president, they have to act a certain way.
I just thought it was so fucking stupid that the chick that he was talking to, the clip that I saw where she was like, oh, Obama did this. And I'm like, well, first of all, Obama's not running. And number two, what does that have to do with like, Obama did something so Democrats bad, so you're gonna vote for Trump now? What the fuck does that
Well,
mean?
my favorite-
He was
it was
talking
so
to
crazy.
one of the Green
yeah,
Party girls, and I was like, girl, you are so sweetheart. I was like, you have
Like, it's so dumb. I'm like, damn, just punch her.
I want.
it was like, sweetheart,
I want him to go.
I'm gay. I can punch you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's crazy.
I'm gay. I can fight. That is fucking insane. I want him to go like, I hear your point. However, did you know that I'm gay?
I just wanted him to be like, look, girl, I understand that I understand
Smell
you
my
care about the
penis.
Green Party. It smells like a man.
It smells like men. It smells
smell
like
the
my
man?
penis smells like men, so I'm gay.
You smell the man on my penis? Duh.
That's fucking insane.
Take a whiff. Take a
I
whiff.
never-
I never thought about that.
I
just- I don't know,
This
man.
has really opened my eyes.
He was like talking to one of the girls, right? She was like, I'm really
Undecided
about the
voters are
Green
fucking
Party.
crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I'm really for the Green Party. And he's like, look, girl.
You're voting for the shut the fuck up party.
Like, look, I agree that they are
The Green
important.
Party isn't even green.
They're not even green.
They like if the Green Party came up and had like a fucking Grinch run for president, I would vote for it in a fucking
I
heartbeat.
would scream. I would scream because Grinches are real, and the Grinch has powers that are terrifying.
Well, he's strong, which means he's like going to be a good leader. He could be
That
on the
just
front
does-
line. He could be. Not only could he be the commander in chief, he could be on the front lines. You imagine Russia? If we ever get into a war with Russia, they see a fucking 9 foot tall Grinch running at them on the fucking.
He's 9 feet tall.
Yeah.
No, Chris,
You're 9 feet tall, Mr.
The
Grinch.
Grinch you want is 9 feet tall. The
Look,
Grinch is like
he's
a
The
either-
Grinch is 9.5 feet
He's
tall.
either 9 feet tall or 13 stories. It's one or the
It's
other.
neither. Yeah.
I hate.
He's easily taller than Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah.
Well, yes, so am I, and you.
Yeah.
We're not 13 stories.
Imagine being stuck there the whole. Like we're all talking, we're having conversation, and you're like, but like we're not. That's not true. Like, what do you mean? I'm not 9 stories tall. I'm like 5'8". What's happening, guys? Why is everybody being so stupid around me?
What's your height if you're permanently in a wheelchair?
Probably your full length of your body. If you lose
I don't
your
think
legs.
so.
Yeah, it is.
No, because you're not that tall, really.
Can you
are that
like
tall.
No, because your height only matters so much as you can
It's
reach it.
applied.
You know what I
That's
mean?
True, but you still have a height. You know.
So-
because if he dies, right, you can't put him in only the wheelchair length casket. You know,
I mean, you can.
he can't go in only
You
a
can,
wheelchair.
you can sandwich them
fold
up.
it.
Yeah, you can
You
fold
won't
them
feel
up.
it either.
Fold
But,
it like a suit.
Exactly.
You can't put him in, if he's taking a shower to clean his whole body, you can't put him in only the wheelchair length shower.
Sure, you can.
I want to be taller. Like, say you lock my legs in with some type of mechanism, right? And then you lock me into the wheelchair standing. That's sick as fuck, dude. It's like a segue then, but like it's like an unnecessary segue.
Wait, so you're just standing at the edge of the wheelchair?
Yeah. And I'm just
That's
you
insane.
also can't stand, really. You can't keep yourself up.
You topple so quick.
figure it out. They figured it out with the segues.
That is true.
They'll
Yeah,
figure it out with the wheelchair. An unnecessary. No one's ever made this request before ever. But
Combine
I'm
them.
going to bitch and complain that they're not catering to my people, to the what do you hyper distinct? I don't know what you would call us.
The insane,
Yeah.
the fucking mentally ill.
Oh fuck! I gotta get out of here.
All right. So we
Yeah, let's well, so we can either you guys need to keep the good times rolling, and I'll just fuck off right now.
okay.
Would that be better?
Yeah,
That's fine.
Do your thing.
Yeah. What do you got? You got to go to.
I gotta
go to the airport, right?
Yeah, I gotta go drop. I so don't want to. I fucking hate driving. I gotta go to the airport. Drop.
You got to
off
go to LAX, right?
Yeah, I gotta go to LAX. Yeah, at least it's 12:30 ish right now, so like it shouldn't be like
be fine. You'll be
totally
fine going
fucked.
there now.
Yeah. We'll keep it going for a little bit, and then
Yeah.
you just pop by later. and
I'll come back
I'll give
later
you
to
the
grab
stuff.
the shit. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Woo! Woo!
Ric Flair said,
Coltrane, baby. Woo!
Coltrane. Derek is exiting.
Come here, Buttigieg. Woo! Woo!
Cole sucks Buttigieg's dick. to the
Come-
point that Buttigieg-
Coltrane fighting alongside Pete Buttigieg is something that I don't think I could really
While,
fathom.
That's amazing.
While towering over them is a 13-story Grinch. just tiptoeing and kicking the fuck out of buildings.
It's the 13-story Grinch.
That's so crazy.
Being as erratic as he is normally while destroying Russia. It's insane. They shoot a nuke at him and he grabs it and eats it.
Dom, what is this?
Dom.
I'm scared.
All right.
Marcus is terrified.
All right. Let's see. Where were we at?
dead.
An hour and a
Marcus,
half.
woo!
We'll get a couple
Under
more
a car
questions
shaking. Terrified.
Shit's coming out of his gear.
It's right.
Imagine being that scared. That's so much shit.
He's so scared. This is fucking Marcus Phoenix, a guy that's been fearless for over a decade and a half, and all of a sudden, this tall Grinch can't deal with it. He can't. He's just, what the fuck's going on? And Dom is just watching him be horrified. He's like, "Hey, come on, no chill."
That's so insane.
I'm out of here later.
Oh, fucking Jesus Christ. All right.
Oh man,
Oh, I don't have to change the camera now. It's actually a lot simpler.
dude, that fucking
Jesus Christ. He's shitting out of his suit up his neck?
He's shitting so much. The suit's obviously like, I assume it's some sort of a spandex, at least on the most minimal level.
Yeah.
So he's shitting so hard and so much that it's leaking up through his neck out.
That is so much.
It's
dude.
just fecal matter all over the place.
Oh, God. All right.
And Dom's afraid to touch him because he's shitting himself so much.
Jesus Christ. All right.
His suit's fat with all the shit.
I get it. Freddie, your biggest fan, wrote in. He says, "Hello, my favorite podcast friends. I'm turning 19 in a bit and wanted to know what's the best present you've ever received. Lots of love. Your biggest fan, Fred." Well, I don't know. This is-
Happy almost birthday, bud.
yeah, happy almost birthday. You're about to 19? That's crazy.
Remember when you were 19?
No.
Oh, okay. I
I
can.
barely remember. Like that was like so uneventful. 19.
Well, I remember being that young at least. That's what I'm more.
Oh yeah, of course. Obviously. That's what Call of Duty's been this entire time.
Did you living your young days?
Yeah, I'm playing. I'm like, this is kind of wild because I haven't played Call of Duty since like 2009. Like really, like I played like Black Ops for like the original Black Ops for like 5 hours. I think I played some of the more modern ones for like maybe like 3 hours a pop, but never really got into them. But this one's like, it's good shit, man. It's genuinely like, oh, this is. I remember now why people cared about this. And it just feels like that old school shit again.
Very good job they did this. I'm proud of them because
Yeah.
now they breathed life back into their franchise.
Yeah, it's about time. They finally reached like JRPG rules where like, oh, it's the 6th Black Ops, so it's the good one. You know what I mean? How like, oh, Final Fantasy VII, yeah, now it's real.
No, all of those Final Fantasy games are good ones.
Yeah, but you know,
good for different things.
But you know,
obviously,
this feels like specifically because that campaign. I'm only like a couple missions into the campaign, but the campaign is fucking sick.
Really?
It is one of the coolest like first person shooter like campaigns I've seen in a while. Like there's so many missions that are stealth. Like you don't have to shoot at all. Well, I mean, like the end of it is always gets into the fucking. It's so funny because it starts off as like almost like Splinter Cell Light. Where like you actually have a lot of options and like you could sneak around and do crazy shit. You could pickpocket and you could do all this crazy shit.
And by the end, it's like.
But then at the end, it becomes like Fast and Furious, which is awesome.
Light them up.
Yeah, you're we snuck it, dude. I was playing a level. There's no spoilers. I'm pretty sure like everybody has seen this, but there's a level where like literally Bill Clinton is in it. And you're like infiltrating like some dinner. It's like 1991, so I think it's before he's president. I think. When was Bill Clinton president?
So
I should look this up.
So
he served 2 terms, right?
Yes.
Or no?
So what happens is 2 terms back. Bush was 2, right? So Bush got elected in 2000.
1993 to 2001.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, this is 1991. So it's before like he's like on the come up. And you basically have to infiltrate like this party that he's having in DC, and then like underneath it, there's like a black site where some hostages are being held, and you can stealth through the entire thing. And at the end, it just goes to shit, and you motorcycle ride over a bunch. It's fucking ridiculous, but it's awesome. It's good shit. Highly recommended, actually. I've never recommended a Call of Duty game before. Easy recommend. It's good shit. I also have no clue what the fuck is going on, but it's still really cool.
I would say the best present for me though ever was the going to San Diego this year and going to the, the thing. Yeah, I wanted to work there. That was my dream job when I was little. To work at the zoo and the reserve. That was like my dream job, and I got to go there and do the behind the scenes thing, and it was amazing. It was a good experience that I cried afterwards. I was so happy.
Damn.
Yeah.
I don't know. The best present I've ever gotten for a birthday. I don't know. Like, I feel like it's either you're a kid. Like, it's either like I'm a kid and I got like a PS2 or a Game Boy, or I'm like 27 and my girlfriend agreed to do something crazy. You know what I mean? Like, those are the only things that come up when I think about it. Because I don't think I've ever been given a trip for my birthday because my birthday's in December.
Yeah, your birthday falls on a really sucky time, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's like
post Thanksgiving, so everyone doesn't have really the money to really get you big shit. And then it's before Christmas, where they're like, I'm gonna get you a really cool Christmas present, I guess. It's
post Thanksgiving, pre Christmas, which is kind of like, it's fine.
You and Mick have that problem where you guys are like,
yeah, we just merge our birthdays because that's
probably the plan for this year.
Yeah, we don't really care. But the thing is, like, this is the kind of thing that makes me think about astrology. And don't roll your fucking eyes.
I'm too late.
Because I'm not saying that the stars literally say anything, right? But what I mean is, like, is it theoretically possible, hear me out, that people with similar birthdays at similar points in time, based on their proximity to certain cultural milestones that everybody celebrates, is it potentially possible that the majority of people with similar birthdays end up having personality types that are similar to each other based on that proximity? Like, if you have a birthday in the summertime where everybody's free, it's sunny, everybody's out of school, versus you have a birthday in early December where nobody's free, it's cold, you know, it's like immediate proximity to 2 major holidays.
But that's not astrology.
No, I understand. I'm not saying it's literally astrology, but like the end goal, the end result of astrology making determinations of people's personalities based on their birthdays. Like, is there potential validity to that? Not because of the stars, but because of, you understand what I'm saying?
But that's like,
is what I'm saying makes sense.
Societal as well too,
right?
Like that's a.
But do you know what I'm saying?
It makes sense that people that are often of the same area, grew up in the same area, that have the same birthday in a period of time, they may have similar personality traits.
Not area. I mean, like, literally, like, in the United States.
Area in a year.
Right.
Like, that makes sense, I guess. There's something to that. Even to astrology, right? Not giving it this credence, because a lot of it is fucking moronic.
Oh, yeah.
But to the vastness and insanity that is this galaxy, to believe that where you are on the planet, where it's tilted towards this force that is the sun, which when you think about what the sun is, it is almost so wild to understand that it gives you have to stop thinking about it. You know, when you think about space travel, you're like, oh shit, there's too much going on up there. I gotta stop. To think that does make sense that like, I guess based on like maybe this fucking extreme cosmic event, it pulls a little bit of the fucking water in my brain's direction.
I don't know.
Could, like,
yeah,
possibly form something.
I don't believe that.
Like that is not. But also the formula of Charlie Wright's dumb is because of the fact that the planet and everything moves in the universe. So most people that say they're this sign is actually wrong.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
That's like they're not. Like one of my friends is like, oh, I'm a Pisces. He has the fucking 2 fish.
Right. Yeah.
And then I was like, dude, technically you'd be something different. He was like, don't tell me that. I have a tattoo of it on my body already. Don't inform me of this now.
It's less about the designation, but so much as like the group similarity, I guess is what I'm saying. So like what I'm saying is like, I don't even know if this is necessarily the specific generalizations that are true, but like for like the sake of the hypothetical, if like you're born in summer, like let's say you're born in like late June, early July, your birthday is probably a pretty big deal because it's like the weather's nice, no one's busy, like everybody's out of school, you know, it's not really in conflict with anything crazy. There's no real major holidays. So I could see that resulting in generally like a majority population with those birthdays being more outgoing or more like extroverted than somebody who's like, oh, my birthday's kind of shared with Christmas or like lumped in. It's kind of in the dreary months. It's not really, you know, I keep to myself, whatever. I don't think it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that could potentially be real.
Because I don't give a fuck about birthday. My birthday's in April. It's literally in spring. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
You have a pretty inconsequential one.
What do you mean?
Tax time, I guess, is like,
it's
like when you're an adult.
Post tax time. So either you're happy or you're really fucking upset.
Yeah.
Really
I'm never
upset.
happy. Never happy after taxes.
I don't know how you could be. That one year, the first year of Trump being president, we got money back. I felt good. That was nice.
Which one?
The first year of Trump being president.
I never got money back.
I got money back. I got like $45 back, and I was like, "Yay,
Yay!"
That's
45.
better. That was the meal. That was the meal of the day.
Yeah, you were destitute.
Oh no, that time I was reading the podcast,
Yeah.
but I was like, fine. But like, that was like, "Yay, cool."
Yay.
And then like, every year after, I'm like, "Oh man, I really don't want to be here. I want to leave right before this time happens."
Okay, so this is what the fuck is it? Evil fucked up Imp Rudin. He says, "Hey fellas," parentheses derogatory. Long time listener, first time asker. Serious hypothetical. Would you rather shit watermelons or urinate rectangles?
Shit watermelons.
What?
Yeah, shit watermelons.
Thanks for helping me.
Little tiny ones.
Oh, wait. Well, how do you know they're not tiny rectangles?
Your penis is not shaped like a rectangle ever. So I feel like
Right, but like, what is
it
it?
might be a rectangle smaller than a diameter of your pee hole, I guess.
I guess the thing that okay, so my answer is rectangles. And the reason is I know how big a watermelon is.
But
I don't know. A rectangle is nebulous. There's no like.
So are watermelons to the not nebulous. It's quantifiable, but the variety does change quite.
But like a watermelon is very distinctly like a hard giant fruit, and a rectangle is just a shape.
Always.
Like you don't know it. Like piss rectangles, you don't know if that's like soft rectangles, you know, or like silly bands.
Look at the little tiny, really tiny watermelons.
Yeah, but now think about a rectangle.
The thing is that rectangles. This is why I would choose watermelons, right? Because watermelons are more quantifiable. Where there's a smallest watermelon, and then there's the biggest watermelon.
The biggest one will kill you.
Yes, but the smallest rectangle possible, and then halfway through that, the biggest rectangle possible. The range is so horrifying.
Right, but a rectangle.
Like, at least it's quantifiable. Like look, you like this is the area quantifying like the watermelon, right? It's like this much.
Right.
But rectangles go on until the fucking cows come home.
I understand.
You can piss a rectangle that's so big that you would erupt.
I guess the thing that for me it's just like there's a watermelon that will do that also.
That's true.
There's a watermelon that will kill you.
But there are way more rectangles that'll do it than there are watermelons.
I don't think so because
Chris, you're thinking too small scale. There could be a rectangle that's the size of the fucking galaxy potentially somewhere out there.
Right, but how do I know it's like rigid or solid? I guess that's kind of the thing where it's just like, how do I know that the
think
rectangle isn't just the shape of the cell of my pee now? Like, how do I know that like it's just normal pee, but the cellular structure is rectangles, as opposed to watermelons, which are like very quantifiably like I will notice.
I think that's what makes it even more scary is the undefined nature of what rectangle could be. Because even a soft rectangle coming out of your penis is gonna suck because it's a whole rectangle. You're gonna have to do like the clown pulling the fucking string thing out of your dick.
But what if it's like a silly band and it's like it's a rectangle ultimately, but like it's like it it's ultimately not.
Pull that out of your thing, you know.
But that's not. That's still not as bad as a watermelon to me.
I think a small watermelon is good. I think the scary part is that if you get like a really big watermelon shit, then you're out. You're out of the fight.
You're out of the fight. Your pelvis is shattered. You're either crippled or dead.
You're literally laying.
Your skeleton's gonna slip out of your asshole.
You're laying in on the toilet, dying with blood funneling out your asshole with a broken pelvis.
Yeah.
Just praying for someone to come and find you, and they very likely won't get there in time.
Here's a question for Derek, but he's not here. He left. He abandoned us to go to the airport like a freak. It says the dyslexic casting director in charge of hiring gingers wrote in. It's crazy. Hey, cum, piss, and shit. I love your gay parodies, but I do have some hopefully constructive criticism. I feel like you guys have a sort of limited gay vocabulary. If you guys are feeling brave and want to improve, I recommend looking into some real gay shit. Animan Studios, Vids, Dreamy Bull, Dig Bars Music, and any Thug Shakers content. Godspeed, gentlemen. That is true. Our vocabulary is limited because we are. You know what we should do? We should get a token gay in the writers' room whenever we do this. We'll get Matt Walsh. We'll get Matt Walsh into the studio. He'll be sitting in that chair.
Can we collab with Dave Rubin?
Yeah, let's get Dave Rubin in here. It's like, we know we hate you and we know you suck, but no, he's probably too ashamed to even know any of that shit. He's probably like isolated himself so much that he doesn't even know what gay means. I feel like he's actually just straight.
I'm not gay. I just have a really, really quaint friend.
I have a quaint
I'm a very
friend.
quaint friend.
My friend is quite quaint.
I'm not homosexual though. He's my buddy.
What the fuck is this? Oh man. God, we get so many questions. And they're so long. Galactic Devourer of Balls wrote it. He says, hello, my heralds. The Silver Spermer, Cockrider, and the Incredible Cuck. Jesus Christ. I keep chained in my basement. Oh.
He's
Never
talking
mind.
to us.
Yeah, that's still us. Now that we have established that Sween does indeed like musicals, it's true.
Yeah, I do.
And with the most recent saga having just come out, I was wondering if y'all have heard any of Epic the Musical, a retelling of the Odyssey. I have never heard of this in my life.
No, I
What is that
haven't.
like? Is that literally the Iliad? Is that what that is? Are those interchangeable? I feel like the Iliad is something else. I don't know. I've never even heard of that, to be honest with you, and I like musicals.
Epic the Musical. Epic.
That almost sounds like epic movie or like disaster movie. Like the first thing that propped into my head was like, oh, that's a parody, right? Like, that's not real. I don't know. I've never fucking heard of that.
Sagas.
Anyway.
It sounds cool, actually.
Let's see.
That sounds cool.
Oh, here's a few that I think are probably good. Chris and Sween have the patience of saints when arguing with Derek. Hello, Caucasoid and the Negroids. Nice.
Okay.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Apologies for being gay. Thank you. Thank you for having the foresight to.
I don't like that. I know you're kidding, but that doesn't make you feel good.
Why?
I'm gay.
Yeah, I mean, we forgive you.
It's like that kid to his dad, I'm sorry I'm gay. And your dad's like, I'm not happy about it.
I'm not happy about it.
I'm going to love you still.
I love you, but I'm not happy about it. I would be thrilled. Jesus Christ.
My child is gay?
Yeah, I just don't have to deal with it.
They might be a better person, likely,
I just feel like there's so much I won't have to deal with.
Like
you know what I mean? Huh?
Like what?
I don't know. I feel like if I have a daughter and she's gay, I mean, she has to worry about getting beat up, I guess, regardless. But I think it would be a lot less weird, I think, for me.
I think as long as my kid's not shitty, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, me too.
Like, I just like, as long as I don't like.
I want to like my kid at the very least. I don't really care if you're gay, but I want to like you, which is not a given. That's not a guarantee.
I feel like a lot of parents don't like their kids.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so unfortunate.
It's not.
Because like you made that, you know, you're
it's a person, you know, you can't help.
Yeah, but just imagine you're directly responsible for the existence of somebody that you don't like. I can't imagine that. I feel like I would probably like gaslight myself into liking my kid.
I think that's what happens.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, my son's kind of shitty. It's like, well, like people that have like really fucked up kids. It's like, you know, your kid's a piece of shit, right? You know that, right? Like you're aware.
You know that, right?
Are
you capable of understanding this?
Like your son's an asshole.
Your son should be shot.
Your son picks on little kids. You know, you're like having a kid that's a bully. Like you're like, what the fuck? Like my kid sucks.
Your son rohypnoled the class hamster and sounded it.
He did
like
that.
he did that on camera, and like you're just gonna come.
He streamed it.
Like, he streamed it live to 10 people. He has no audience.
Streaming something that villainous to 10 people is crazy. That's crazy.
He's so malicious, but he has no audience. He's not even like He's not even like captivatingly malicious. You know what I mean?
Well, I feel like little kids don't have. What's the biggest child streamer? Like
the Rizzler, probably. I don't know if he's a streamer, but like he's like the big, you know, that kid is fucking. He's on Jimmy Fallon.
Have you seen the video of the other kid calling him out to have a boxing match?
Oh, Baby Gronk or whatever.
Like,
none of this sounds fucking real, and I hate it.
What's happening right now?
I don't know, dude. That kid's gonna die though.
I don't like the idea that
that is unfortunate.
I don't like the idea that content creators went into the boxing sphere a little bit because of the fact that it's like, oh, we'll just fight each other, and it's like, I'm gonna bring a loaded weapon. I'm gonna
bring a gun.
Like we're gonna go to have this fight. You're gonna like swing at me. I'm gonna fall down, cower. And you're gonna get close, and I'm just gonna put it against your hip and pull the trigger a bunch.
Shooting somebody in the hip is so fucked up.
It's evil.
Just kill them.
No.
That's so fucked up because you're just paralyzing them. That's
I'm just
so
ruining them walking ever again.
Yeah, walking, fucking, everything is ruined.
Everything fun about moving, you can't do it anymore.
That's insane. I would rather
just load it into his hip and then go to jail with a smile.
I'd rather just be shot. I think. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway,
I want to get a gun every time somebody scares me. I just say like, "You're scaring me," and I shoot like the guy in the mall.
You're talking about the guy that like pranked that guy and then got shot.
You're scaring me. You're making me feel uncomfortable. He just shot it.
You're scaring me.
The hip.
He's like
punch shooting.
Yeah, he's punch shooting is so fucking great. All right, hold on. We got to read this question. Have you ever he says Kingston. Have you really given modern Tyler the Creator enough of a chance? I feel like you're being randomly closed-minded because he has a lot of songs I think you would really like and relate to. There's this one called New Magic Wand, where he raps about killing a girl because she's dating a guy he likes. There's also Garden Shed, where Estelle sings and then Tyler raps about how he's gay. Okay, so this.
Oh well, I know those songs, of course. I mean, like, let me clarify this. I have listened to Flower Boy over and over again. That is my favorite Tyler the Creator album. I listened to freaking Call Me When You Get Lost. I think the album is very cool. I've listened to Igor. I did not like Igor, but it's a very experimental album, but you got to take it for what it is. You know, like when people make, just like Linkin Park, just like all other artists, they experiment, and for you enjoy for what it is, you don't for what it isn't. You know, I think Chromacopia is a good album. I just don't exactly correlate with Tyler as much as I used to anymore. I will always have a soft spot for his older music. I'll always love Wolf. I always love Goblin. The Outfits mixtape is always gonna be one of my favorite things ever. But I just don't really feel the connection to his music like I used to anymore.
Yeah,
that's just getting older. That's all. That's just getting older. You know. Same thing for me. And like I would guess like maybe not Joey Badass. I feel like it's like Joey Badass music. It's like me how I connect with like Illmatic. Illmatic doesn't feel the same way as me, or the same thing with the Slim Shady LP. You know.
Yeah.
Like I think it's a great album. I'm a grown ass man now.
Yeah, you got it. You know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm even M. I'm sure M when he hears the album, he's like, oh man, I was fucking tripping. He in fact he goes through talking about how like he's kind of embarrassed from his discography. He's like, dude, I was a fucking really upset fucking early 20s, late teen guy. I was just saying a bunch of fuck shit because I was mad. When you don't understand the world when you're that young, you know.
No.
You think you do. You're like, oh, I know what's going on, but it's like, no, you're a kid.
Yeah, you're really stupid, kind of inherently.
And it's not your fault, you know.
It is. Be better. Like, what the fuck?
I look back at like young me, and I would like, yo, you're just kind of dumb, but you'll get it eventually. But like, you're just kind of stupid.
Yeah.
Eventually, you'll be very conservative and homosexual. Like, it's fine.
Some Caucasoid wrote and he says, "Hey gang, I just wanted to share."
Weird.
What?
It's a wild name.
Some Caucasoid. Yeah, it's the opposite of him. Some Caucasoid wrote and says, "Hey gang, wanted to share in Chris's hatred of Halo 4, although my Halo experience was very different, as I had only played 3 before playing 4.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, that's wild. So I actually really liked 4 because my 12-year-old kid brain assumed it was just the evolution of the previous game. And at the time, story was less important to me. I could see that being the case, I guess. Then Halo 5 came out and I liked it more because it was better than 4. Yeah, that tracks. It took me till I was 20 to play through the Master Chief Collection with my friends and realize how foolish I was. As we started from the beginning of CE and we got to 4, I was excited to play it. By the time we beat it, I never wanted to play it again. It paled in comparison. Yeah, I mean, this is obviously the natural. Like, you can't play those original games and then play 4 and then be like, yeah, that was great.
4 is so.
4 is great if you've never played anything.
For people that like,
if you came from Pac-Man, playing Halo 4 would be crazy.
Oh, you'd fuck.
I bet you think it was yeah, your eyes would be like, yo, this is great. This is like, how do we give this game an Emmy or something? Like, what do they get?
Get this man an Oscar. Get this
feller an Oscar.
He beats a literal like space god in a fight.
It's stupid. I don't know. I can't.
And then he turns him into a fucking app.
He digitizes him. He does turn him in. He does literally basically turn him into an app.
He pretty much goes on Twitter, clicks download to this deity pretty much, and is like, "Yay, I can't wait to use."
He throws him on the Apple Store.
He's like,
that's how he defeats the Didact.
I can't wait to use you as a fucking. I can't use the Safari so I can watch porn on you. I can't wait.
Okay, here's a good one. 3 shots of espresso, 6 shots of NyQuil. Wrote in. He says, "You have now body swapped with the person you dislike most. How do you live your life from here on out? Remember, they are now in your body as well." I don't know who I dislike the most. I honestly don't know if I have anybody that sticks out to me immediately as like, I really don't like this person at this point. There are people that I like can't stand or that like I think are like unrespectable.
Less than, yeah.
But like, I don't know. Like, that's a big question for like 30-year-old me. I think 25-year-old me had answers. I think 17-year-old me definitely had answers. I think I'm just chill now, to be honest.
Yeah, I think I just kind of grew up. I don't really hate anybody enough. Maybe like,
I hate Derek.
Maybe like Elon.
Elon.
I really don't like him, but I don't hate him.
I think the thing with Elon is that like he's frustrating, but he's clearly like handicapped. So like it's hard, like he's definitely autistic in a way that's like debilitating. And it really helps him be like, it helps him, I guess, throw himself into businesses that he has no business being a part of. That's why he's got a lot of success. But like,
if I feel like I don't hate him though. I don't really hate him that much. I just don't like him very much.
Yeah, I think he's done. I'm sure. Like, I remember watching like some John Oliver thing about him, and John Oliver's pretty biased. Like, he's like, I like him, but he's definitely like he leans more towards the way that I lean. But like, even he was like, dude, he's done some good stuff. But like, that's what's scary about him is that like he's done good stuff, but it seems like completely haphazard. So I don't deny that he's like done some good stuff. It's just like he's done a lot of bad stuff too, and I also find him cringe. Like that's kind of the issue is that like you.
You're a dickhead and you're a
dickhead and you're like doing the jump on stage where he's making the X and like the way he speaks is wrong and fucking weird. Like I tweeted this yesterday.
I'm emoting and you're like, go vote right now. Go, this is the last chance.
Yeah, well, he was like, there was an inflection in the way he was speaking where it's just like, this is not how a person does. Like what's so fascinating about Elon to me is that like, he's courted so much of the conspiracy theory audience. Like he's courted so much of the audience that like doesn't believes there are lizard people out there. But like if I believed in lizard people, he would be one of the only people that I would be certain was one. And that's what's so fascinating about it because he just like he's doing the jump X thing. He chants USA wrong.
Really?
Yeah, he was like USA. There's a space. And it's just like, what the fuck is that? I've never heard anybody say things like this. And just like the way
gonna be wrong.
The way his lips don't touch when he makes the P sound when he speaks. It's just all sorts of weird shit. And I'm like, dude, if I was conspiracy brain, he would be like the last person I would be trusting because he's so obviously a lizard person.
I just think
from the perspective of somebody who believes that stuff. So like he's just fascinating to me.
I just think he's autistic in a way that isn't charming at all. You know?
Yeah, he's like he's charmlessly autistic.
He's like autistic. He's like autistic,
he's like
a piece of shit is ugly.
He's like Sheldon to me. Like he's a Sheldon-esque figure.
He's like Sheldon if he was stupid.
Sheldon is kind of stupid.
He's
like he knows a lot, but he's stupid. You know.
He's
you know what I mean?
But
he's knowledgeable, but he's an idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like there's that's so fascinating. That's a real type of because you know exactly what I'm talking about when I say that.
You're so autistic. You're so smart that you're like you're clearly intelligence came with neurodivergence. You know.
Right.
And you're like I'm really intelligent, but I also can't understand why people would change their color of my room while I'm not here. Why would my mother fold my clothes and put it on this side of the room? I can't have this. I gotta go set a dog on fire.
Why would she move my creature cock? What's going on? Like there's people who are like there's people who are like knowledgeable or like but stupid, and then there's also I think the reverse. There are people who are just like there are people who like have a lot of common sense and might not know anything. You know what I mean? Yeah.
The vast people are a combination of the two.
Yeah. Like I think I have like I think I have
really intelligent and wise.
Yeah, like I think I have more common sense than I have like specific knowledge. But like I also don't think I need like there's certain things where it's like you don't need to be mega educated to know that certain politicians are like paying lip service to you. You know what I mean? Like you don't need to study Trump to know that he's like pandering to you.
I think the idea is that it's really good to be a combination of the two because of the fact that I think you can't gain common sense. If you don't got that shit, you just don't have it.
I think it is like an evolutionary thing. I think you just kind of don't have it.
And then some people you can gain a degree of like knowledge. You just have to learn how to study the right way. Because there's different forms of being able to acquire knowledge based on who you are. Some people are never going to be able to open a book and be able to figure things out. Some people just can't do that. It won't work for them. Some people have to learn by seeing. We have to learn by experiencing. That's how it is. And I think that's why we have so many people that are like, "Oh, I'm not good at school." It's like, well, no, school is not helping you learn how to like actually learn things.
Yeah,
it's a huge problem.
School's very outdated the way that we do it.
I think genuinely it's done on purpose though.
I don't think it's done on purpose so much as well.
I think it has to be
on purpose versus for what reason. Like I think it might be done on purpose, but I think the purpose comes from the lack of will to really get into the nitty gritty of it and actually make it like. I'll put it this way: I don't think it's done purposely to like keep people stupid. I know that that's like a conspiracy theory about.
I really think.
I think I understand, but that requires so much organization to be true, and like it almost defies belief that somebody could be. All right, we're going to keep the American public stupid, so we're going to not put any effort into the American education system. I think that's like I understand the mentality of it, but what I really think it's that people believe themselves to be good guys. I think people think that they're right, and so they think actually like, no, if kids are actually more educated, they'll agree with me. So what I actually think is happening, it's like we want people to be more educated, but restructuring the entire system is such an arduous task that everybody's too lazy to do it based on like how much restructuring it would do, and also that awkward transitionary period between like what are you going to do in like, 5th grade and 4th grade where like, you know what I mean? Where it's just like, okay, this is how it works now. And now like, you've just, sorry, like it's the same thing with like student loan debts where it's like people are like, it's not that people don't like, I feel like people holistically would be like, yeah, I don't want to pay for fucking student loans, but because I paid for student loans, why shouldn't, you know what I mean? I think it's that kind of a thing.
The thing is, I think it's so much more macro than like, I think the vast majority of people are stupid. I think the people that are controlling to change are stupid too. So it's just a bunch of idiots running around.
Right.
But I think it's so far back of a problem that like the people that would change it are too stupid themselves to change it. I think there are like people that are like a select, like maybe like 8 people in a room that are like, oh yeah, we're doing this on purpose. But the people and everyone below has no clue that it's like doing on purpose.
Yeah, I just think there's like no focus really, and also things change so frequently, but also so little changes.
I think
okay,
you can fix that though. I think all those things are approachable and
right, but they take time, and nobody has patience anymore. People are already like inflation's high under Biden, so like we need Trump back, and it's like the inflation was high because of COVID everywhere, and we're actually doing better than most people, like most countries, than every single country on the face of it, like. But people are impatient. They're like, "Why isn't it amazing?" And it's like because it takes time to do that.
Like it's
what happened with Obama,
huh?
Obama, like people were like, "Man, things are really great under Obama." Like Obama had like such a good economy, and then like, and then people were like, "We're having a good time," but like, I don't like it. It's not. We're not in space yet. Let's throw somebody else in, and then Trump goes in and like spends like crazy, and then fucks everything up. I don't know, man. It's whatever.
It's really an idea of people just being really, really, really horribly informed.
Horribly informed, lazy, and impatient, and it's like a massive.
Is the snake
mix.
Is the snake eating itself through its own asshole?
Yeah, it's a snake. It's a snake snorting its own dick.
It's just like I don't know, man. You could. I don't understand in this world anymore, like how conservatism by its nature is stupid. It is. I'm sorry, people that are conservative. I have respect for some of your policies when it comes to probably actually nothing, but like I just don't understand how you could think that that is the right.
I respect what they think happens, but like I just don't think it actually happens. Like I too look around and be like, what the fuck, where are my taxes going? Fuck, like why the fuck should I like, you know what I mean?
I understand
like I get
right?
that, but then like my response, I guess my response to it isn't so much that I'm paying so much and I'm getting nothing. I don't want to pay anymore. My thing is like, well, I'm paying so much already. Let me get something out of it. And that's kind of my perspective of like healthcare and stuff, where it's just like, if I'm going to get reamed anyway, at least let me like take the burden off my shoulders of being able to be like, I'm going to go to the doctor, you know, and not worry about what that's going to do to me. You know what I mean? At the very least, like that would be worth the amount that I get reamed.
I don't know.
Every fucking April.
I can say that the vast majority of people that are conservative tend to feign this belief in like Christianity and like loving God and stuff like that. And
that's always confused me.
And for me, it's like for you to be a person that has all this love for the your almighty being, you know so little about what it is to be of that religion, you know? Yeah. Like the fundamental nature of like Christian, like people, like for the whole abortion thing, right? For me, right? It is literally the idea of God understanding that you are not meant to judge others. Even in this book that's clearly fake and modified 1.5 billion times.
Yeah. I don't want to get into the.
You know, it's just like these people are fucking morons. They're just, like, it's like I hate to be so crass and callous because I have relatives that are conservative and I have a few friends that have some conservative values, but they definitely wouldn't throw their hat into that.
I think,
and it's just like you have to be actually a sniveling retard under a bridge. You gotta be as stupid as SpongeBob is fucking creative, you know? You gotta be crazy sentence. You gotta be a fucking complete
look,
moron.
I don't know.
And usually this is Derek saying this shit. Usually
that's why
Derek is the one that
yeah.
says this. But for me, it's at the point now where you're outwardly choosing to do worse by the world by not objectively paying attention to what you see.
I guess the thing that I don't really understand is just like,
because disagree with the Democrats about things all you want, but when it comes to people's existence, choosing to just harm them is evil at this moment, you know? Yeah. I can't just be like, I'm fine with this or whatever, I disagree. Because we've done that so much, and then the problems that we have existed because of that.
Yeah, no, I know.
That's where it turns into that, where it's like I can't be a person that's like, whatever anymore. It's gotta be like, you know, you suck. You suck, go to the moon. I guess the thing that sucks is that like that doesn't reach them. You know what I mean? Oh no, because we don't. Because we're always like you're not gonna be like, oh, you suck, and then the person's gonna be like, oh, you're right. You know. I don't think it's about reaching them anymore. I think people can be reached though. I think it's just like I think no effort is being made because so many of them are crazy. But like I think there are people who are just like there because they just happen to be born there, or just there because it's their
surroundings.
I
think most people can. If that person can turn that many people away from the KKK,
well, that's a
then
different
like
thing, right?
I feel like that's worse, right?
Well, it's not worse.
Is the KKK not worse than?
What happens is this.
I feel like
what happens is this, right? Those are people that don't have the information informed to them. No person that is
Right, but they just need to be informed. Is what I'm saying.
But you can't inform these people because you try to inform them and then they combat you.
Well, they just have to combat them with real. I understand what you're saying. Like I've watched the Destiny debates. I see how people just don't pay attention.
In my heart, I believe, and this is me being hyperbolic opposed to my real heart, right? Like in my spirit, I think that you can, when you tell people facts, truthfully facts, they'll experience the truth eventually, and they'll be like, I'm kind of wrong.
Yeah,
but my anger is just like, I'm done trying to do that for you. You should do it yourself.
Yeah.
There's no reason why someone like I was born into a pretty decently good standing family where if I would have stayed in New York, I wouldn't have had to worry about any of these problems, you know?
Yeah.
And how can I see that? How can my grandma, who fundamentally all these things should be on her side, but she's like, no, that's insane. People should have their rights. You know? These are analogous to the same things that were happening for civil rights. It literally is the same like drawing points.
Right.
Where like, I don't want to call this person a person. It's like, do you understand how you sound? Do you get yourself?
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm stop. Let's go on. Let's move on to the next question.
I don't think there are questions.
Period. I think that's it. Our Patreon went blank. It went blank, and now we quit the show. The show's over. Keep sending us your money though, or else we'll come and find you.
That's crazy. You just insulted them. If there's like a religious person in the audience, like, fuck you, give me your money.
I'm sorry, man.
I get it. Like, I understand the frustration is there for sure.
I don't know, man. I can't do that anymore. I hold religious beliefs still. Some of them. I think I try to focus on the things that were good that I was taught in religion. Treating people kindly, you know, understanding that the world is bigger than yourself, which is crazy because none of them act like that most part. But
yeah,
it's like
it's a lesson that's lost a little bit.
You gotta really figure out where you stand at the end of things, you know.
Papa Jesus.
If Trump wins, though, that'll be lit. I think it'll be funny.
Look, man, the way I'm looking at it is like I would prefer Kamala to win. For obviously, I just want to be done with Trump. Really, I'm just kind of tired. I'm bored of it. Like at the very least, get another Republican in here so we have like new material. But like the whole like, what are we doing? Like I get it. Like I get it. It's the same thing over and over again. I'm tired. I'm bored. It would be cool to have just like either a normal Republican Party again, or at least if you're gonna get somebody else, just get somebody else. Just do somebody else, and just a new refresh.
Just bring us back to the old Republican Party, it feels like where they're just like, let's just like.
It feels like Dragon Ball Super, where it's just like, oh, it's Frieza again. All right,
but it's not even fun. And then Frieza turning black and saying the N-word twice.
Look, Frieza's a good villain, right? It's a good villain, entertaining.
But there are other ones.
But like, come on, like, I'm over it. The best days are behind him. You know what I mean? You're not going to have a "he will not divide us" moment again. You know what I mean? Like with that stupid fucking camera. You're not gonna like it's the jokes around him are just like it's all old stuff. It's
not funny anymore. It's just alarming. You know, it turns into like, oh, this is like
it's just trite. It's played out. Like I'm bored, and I would like new people. So like for me, it's just like if Kamala wins, like hopefully that's the end of him. Hopefully he fucking has a heart attack and dies, and then we don't have to deal with this shit anymore, and we'll have a new set of fucking crazy people to deal with. And I would much prefer that, but. If not, then, you know, fuck, I get material.
Yeah.
I win either way. I feel bad for the people who don't. But, like...
Yeah. Unfortunately, we'll be fine, and other people will be suffering, and that sucks.
Yeah, well...
It really sucks. Fuck y'all niggas, though.
Papa Jesus wrote in. He says, hello... we're recording tomorrow, too, right? We should try to get...
What day is it today?
Tuesday.
Yeah, we're recording tomorrow.
So, we should try to pump this one. I'll see if I can get Derek to just, like, throw this one out. Real quick, just so we'll have like a pre and post election because this is on election day. Yeah. You know what I mean? So the next day tomorrow we'll know, or at least we'll have an idea of what's going to happen. So that'll be fun. Papa Jesus wrote in. We'll just do this one and then we'll.
I'll be playing card games. We'll find out, which will be hilarious. In the middle of people playing Japanese card games, somebody's like, "Yeah, fuck yeah."
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, nice.
Yeah. Personally, like my
attacks.
Yeah, my prediction is I think Kamala's going to win by a margin that I think it's not. I don't think it's gonna be a landslide or anything, but I think it's going to surprise MAGA people because I think MAGA people really think that like
they're loud. They're just loud.
Yeah, they're just like I really think that they don't have a concept of how many people exist outside of the internet who are just really tired of this. I think it's why Joe Biden won. You know, it's like Joe Biden's so uncharismatic, it's crazy. And he won because it's just people were just like, yo, I'm fucking over it, dude.
I hope, man. I hope. I think the entire world.
I think it'll shake out that way. If not, that's fine. It is what it is. I'll just make. I'll have a lot of videos.
I think that
it'll be fun.
The conservative part, the country has gotten more conservative. I think that's happened
in certain aspects. Yeah,
but
I think so.
That I think he a few steps he made with these.
That I will say that Puerto Rico joke fucked him up massively.
Puerto Rico joke didn't help
because like I saw that on my family Twitter, and it's just like, yeah, I know for a fact you had some of these people before this, and like I don't know, man. That's seeing that in real time was pretty wild.
Yeah, dude. The Puerto Ricans in my family are all like, they were like, the thing about me is that what sucks for my family is that the Puerto Ricans in my family are from New York, and New Yorkers can't stand him.
Yeah,
New York City people hate him. He can't do business there anymore, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know about that.
Can't, I know, like Atlantic City, he can't go there. He can't do business there anymore. He's exempt.
Yeah,
but a lot of things he just can't do, and they're like, yeah, this guy sucks.
Yeah. Anyway, Papa Jesus wrote and he says, hello again, you handsome homo hombres. If you could physically change your co-host bodies in any way to annoy or inconvenience them, what would you do? Personally, I think it would be hilarious if Chris was slightly shorter but had a dick that was 7 inches soft. That would suck.
That's not good.
No, that's not good. That would actually really damage me.
That'd be debilitating because you would show that to a woman, they'd be like, no.
Yeah.
Because that happened. They're like, oh, no, I'm not a porn star. Don't get that out of here.
I would, yeah. All right. Or if Derek had skinny legs but an even bigger ass.
That's crazy. Derek's ass is so big, he's like junted forward in his seat.
Yeah.
He's about to fall off the whole time.
That is crazy.
I would make Chris really tall, and I'd fuck up all your wardrobe.
That really, like big and tall.
You'd be like my frame and like a little taller.
Like so tall that I would not only would I not have any use for my current clothes, but I couldn't reliably just go to H&M right now. I would have to go to like a tailor to get shit done.
Like you'd have to effectively in your home be naked until clothes got delivered to your house. You'd be like, guys, I can't record. Dude. I can't wear anything in here.
Wear like towels, I guess. Is that what I would have
You'd
to
have
do?
to record in a towel. No, your towel might be too small too. You have to have towels near your size.
Big and tall towels. That would suck. I would hate to. Honestly, I would hate to be taller than I am right now or shorter than I am right now. Like I feel like I'm so adept at this frame.
You'd be walking, you'd hit things with your shoulders you wouldn't know because you have a giant frame. It would just ruin your life.
It would be like logging into Destiny and my loadout is completely different, and you're just like fuck, like or just like my build is fucked, and I'm just like god damn it. I had like a save.
I knew what I was doing.
I got into such a flow with this, and now I'm like I'm definitely gonna be hitting my head on things.
I would, it's the same thing if you make me like smaller than Lily.
I would
like take me and then scale me down, like size and everything. To me where I'm like as short as Lily is.
Yeah, I think I would make it so you would, no matter what you did, you'd always lose a little bit of weight, but it would only be here. And so your face would still be the same, your arms would still be the same, and your legs would still be the same, but your torso would shrink exponentially.
I would just have I would have abs in the same exact face. And I'm like, I don't like this.
Yeah.
What's the point of this?
You would look really wrong. Like you would look like, those match games? And Derek, I think, well, first of all, Derek, I would make white. I would make Derek white immediately.
I think that would bother him way more than, well, no, it'd probably bother me more, but it would bother him a lot.
The thing about him is that he would get in trouble because he says the N-word more than you do somehow.
He does?
Yes, he does. I've noticed it because I remember I had to edit, and I remember I had like a little counter on the side to entertain myself while I was editing. I never put it in the video because that's more editing. Fuck you. But like
that's more work.
But like I remember like he says it a lot. But like I also feel like it would really conflict with him because he is so like he's so metal oriented that like I wonder if I feel like he would have a crisis of identity where it's just like I really could just throw myself into this other aspect of my personality and like betray that half of me, you know.
Turning someone a different race is so stupid, but also so fucking horrible at the same time.
What do you mean?
Because it's like if I just turned you into a fucking black man, your life would change, and you would know the changes that are inbound too, and you'd be like, "This is gonna suck."
Yeah,
my sense of humor can't be the same way it is.
Well,
it can't. You can't.
I don't know,
Chris. It can't. You can always say something.
Why not?
Especially your inner the way I know you. You can't be like that anymore.
What do you mean? Why not?
Because you're very apathetic on the surface, and that would be really fucking bad as a black person.
Would it?
Yes.
What do you mean?
Because you'd like make a joke about something, and then you'd be like, "Oh man, is that destructive?" You're like, is that destructive that I made this joke? Like,
no, I think I could finally. I have so many tweets in my drafts. I could finally tweet.
You'd be able to tweet those tweets out, right?
Yeah.
And then you'd be like, "Oh, it wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it." You're like getting the golden ticket and being like, "Oh, I got a gobstopper. That's it. I got a candy that just doesn't go away." Cool.
I don't know, man. I think I'd make the most out of it.
You make the most out of it if you have to, or you kill yourself. You know,
I would make the most out of it. I have so many, like even just like yesterday, like the Matt Walsh. I tweeted out a nicer version of it today, or like last night or whatever. But like the first thing that I wrote out in my Twitter and put in my drafts was like, "This N-word's gay."
I would if I was gay, I would tweet the F word so much it'd be crazy.
I thought about going on a date with a guy just so I could say it.
That's,
you know what I mean? I wouldn't have like gone far.
That shows how terrible we are. Like we're terrible people. we're filth. We're scum. That like to think like I want to say this word so bad that I will betray myself.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah,
that's insane.
I mean, I don't care.
That's insane.
I don't owe myself nothing.
You see, that's even more insane. That files back into it.
I don't know. Whatever.
It's like for a joke, I'll go and I'll say something really terrible just to get the shits and giggles.
Yeah,
and that's bad. But we're also addicted to making ourselves laugh.
Yeah, it is a problem.
It's a really bad problem.
It's a problem to the point where like I remember getting into accidental arguments because I didn't realize that they believed like that they. I've been in arguments with people where they thought I was like actually saying the things I was saying, which is a dumb sentence, I understand. But like I say things to amuse myself and only to amuse myself. I get in trouble for it sometimes just because like people start to believe. Like I remember I was at a party recently. I was at a birthday party for a friend of ours, a comedian friend, and she was like, I saw Bella there. And he was like, "Oh, Bella." It's like I usually like gravitate towards the people I know at parties because they're just like I don't know these fucking people. I let people like approach and like kind of that's how I meet people. It's like I'm talking with somebody else. Somebody either approaches me or them, and then like you know what I mean. That's how then the circle grows or whatever. But I was there, and the person whose birthday was is like, "Oh, how do you guys know each other?" To Bella and me, and I said, "Oh, we went to immediately without thinking about it. It's like we went to preschool together." I immediately said, I was like, we went like without even a second fucking thought. That's not true at all. But like,
not even remotely true.
But she said like, "Oh yeah, I went to preschool together," and then Bella was like, "Yeah," because she felt like she got roped into it. And then at least and the girl whose party it was like, "Wait, I thought you were East Coast." And he's like, "Yeah, I was there for like," and it became like a whole snowball.
And now this person's wrapped into it.
Yeah,
and she just doesn't want to be a part of it. And you're like, you could have just telling the truth.
She was drunk too. She was drunk too. So it's like
stressed.
So she was like, and I was like, I was clearly stressing her out because she thought everything that she knew about like both of us were like wrong somehow. But it was just such an impulse. It helps me feel comfortable because I'm just like improvising.
You're a piece of shit. So you're taking other people's comfortability for yourself.
Like
you're selfish. You're selfishly.
I like to improv with people, and I think people know, like the people that know me enough know that I do that. So like I'm just used to doing it. So with strangers who don't know and think I'm just earnestly telling them stories about my life, like it's jarring.
Then they find out you're lying. Like, what the fuck's wrong with this guy?
we to be fair, I saw it falling. I saw it like snowballing into this crazy. And I was like, no. We just met online. We didn't go to like I squashed it quicker than I would have in the past. In the past, I would have just let that linger until the next time I saw them. You know what I mean? Because it's like it's not
you learned that from Zach.
I learned that from Zach and my dad. To be honest with you, like my dad would do that. My dad used to pretend. Normally, I would care about him getting canceled, but like he's retired, so like he's safe. But like to embarrass me, he would like if it was just me and him at like Walmart, he would pretend to be special needs if I was getting on his nerves. Like if I was bothering him or like if I was being annoying, he would immediately like slip into like retard speak and like pretend to be like a nuisance to make a problem for me. This is my father.
Is your sister like that too? Is it genetic?
I don't know if my sister's
genetic to just. Are you friends with your sister?
I think so. Yeah, like not to like. Not to the degree that I am with like you guys, I guess, or like Jalen, because I don't see them that often.
Because I'm not friends with my sister.
I'm friends with. I would say I'm pretty friendly with my sister. Yeah,
I love her. We're very cordial, but I'm not friends with her. Like I can't be myself in front of my sister, because she'll be like, "Are you insane?"
I wouldn't be myself to this degree, but I would be more myself than you would expect, I guess.
I can't be myself. I can't be myself with my grandma. My grandmother was like, if my grandmother knew what I was, she would have had me exercise. Probably.
I would never have them listen. I would never have them listen to my podcast, and I would never want them to. But it would just be less, I guess. The stuff that I would say would be less like sexual, I guess. It would be less that. Like, it would be less vulgar in that way, but it would still be the same type of stuff. Like I remember like tumbling down the stairs backwards once in my house when my sister was living with us. Because she was like living with us for like a brief period of time before she got her own place. And I like I dislocated my knee running up the stairs. Because I was like, for some reason, I was like, let me see how many stairs I can skip. You know what I mean? It's one of those. Just to entertain myself walking up the stairs. And then like I popped, I remember like stretching in a weird way. And I was like, that feels weird. And then popped out. And then I fell backwards down the stairs. I was like, ah! And then my sister walks into the hallway, turns around, and I'm just like sitting there holding my knee like, fuck. And she goes, are you lying? Is this a bit? By the way, I have never done a bit like that. I have never pranked her. She used to trip me. She used to like trip me like down the stairs. She used to trip me down the stairs.
Is she way older than you?
Yes. She's like 15 years older. She's like almost 50, I think. It's crazy, but like it's weird. Like my relationship with my sister is weird because she is like my aunt kind of, because her siblings are like my siblings, but she is also very much my sister.
It's the same thing with me. I spoke to my niece a few days ago and she's 24 now, which is fucking insane to think about. Cause like obviously, because I haven't spoken to her in quite a bit, but like they're still the babies in your mind, you know. They're still like, oh, this is my little niece, you know, like a baby in my brain. Yeah. And then seeing her like, oh yeah, like I'm going to grad school next year, and like I'm trying to find my own place, and I'm like, what? Yeah. What is this?
Yeah, my niece has a baby already, so like,
what? It's just fucking freaky to me.
It's freaky.
What's happening? And just having talks to her, I'm friends with her. She's my fucking friend. Like, I laugh. I send her fucked up jokes that I send you guys to her.
Like, I would never.
She's like, Uncle Kingston, I'm at work. Like, if I open this randomly at work, because my friend Ben, one time he opened one of the memes I sent to him.
He should never do that.
And the N-word blared out. And he was just like, no, at work. At work. He's like, no. But she's like, Kingston, I can't open these around people. Like, is this funny? And I can laugh at it privately. But like, I'm like a studious person. You can't bring this to me right now. Yeah. This is like at home when we're like Thanksgiving, we're all laughing at something like that. But other than that, you can't do that. And I think it's insane because for us, we haven't had the thing to make us like grow up yet. So we're still just jackasses.
Yeah. Anyway.
Which is dope.
Yeah, we're gonna read our $25 and up patrons now. By the way, I don't think I mentioned this on the last episode. But since she came up, my sister, so we have a family kind of thing going on. Her husband has pancreatic cancer. I have like a GoFundMe up. It reached the goal already, which is insane. Like I shared it like one night and it's just like a lot of internet friends shared it. Justin Wang, other people, really appreciate it. The link's still up. If you want to support, that would mean a lot to my family. It is at I don't remember the link exactly. But if you go to my Twitter, Chris R. Gunn, like my shadow banned one, unfortunately, it's the pinned tweet, so you can go over there and toss a buck if you want. We would appreciate it. She's very appreciative that it hit the goal already, but that shit it doesn't get cheaper. You know what I mean? there's definitely not going to be like money left over for cancer stuff.
It's very good that they caught it so early, though. Thank goodness they caught it.
Yeah. We'll see.
High hopes. That's it.
High hopes.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's count me down.
3, 2, 1.
Flexing being a day one listener like a Destiny veteran flexes playing the D1 beta when sharing a bad opinion. Listen, man. I played the alpha.
Ew.
I played the D1 alpha, dude, in Joe's basement.
I remember.
That was fucking exciting, man.
Dude, playing Destiny, seeing you guys play Destiny and just being confused at first was it? I was like, what is going? There are orcs? Huh?
Dude, when I'm playing, obviously I'm playing Black Ops 6 right now, and there's like the zombies mode, right? Mm-hmm. I haven't played Call of Duty Zombies since literally World at War. It is jarring as fuck now.
I can imagine.
It's like Borderlands. And you're like, huh? It's awesome. It's like really fucking cool, but also like, huh? What the fuck did they do? This is like no shade. It's really cool what they've done to it. Like I'm actually like really into it. Me and Lyle and Kyle were playing last night. And it was really fun, but like also like this would have given me a heart attack. If I had never seen this, it's like, what the fuck? This is not what I remember. But yeah, Destiny 1 must have been mega confusing. I mean, Destiny 2 is confusing if you don't know it, so. What the fuck is that? George Cacioppo? Be like, fondle my sack boy? Darth Beaner. Welcome.
Terrifying.
What do you think about that, Derek? I'm fucking good. Nice. Comedy shorts rapist. Ask Shaggy and his little companion Roofy Doo. You ever listen to metal?
Leave him alone.
What do you mean? You don't like Puppet Derek over there?
I have a white wife.
Derek, what do you think about UFC? I jerk off to it. That's amazing.
This is so petty.
What do you
This
mean?
is so petty. Because we've done episodes without you. We don't make fun of you in episodes.
Yeah, but it's I don't know. There's something funny
The
about
idea of it being like right there and he's not there is crazy.
that's. It's funny that
We should all have them commissioned like
you.
props.
By the way, you're free to do that. I never like. There was no rule that said
No,
like
I
you
know, but
can't make
it's
fun.
just silly. Like we're not gonna do that. That's not nice. And then you're like, no, I'm Derek. I'm gay.
My wife.
I have gauges because I put my dick in my ears.
So mean. All right, let's. The sinister photo of Jeff Bezos eating an iguana. Is that real? We played the Hammer game again. Yeah, he's dead as fuck. Hey, Genie. I wish that every single pubic hair on planet Earth turns into a solifuge.
That's insane.
I don't know what that is. What do you think about that, Derek?
Centrifuge?
What do you think about that, Derek? Religion's dumb.
What makes it worse is that you and I, what we do is make fun of people.
Yeah.
That's all we do in tandem. So Lily's like, I hate when Chris is here because all you guys do is make fun of me. And I'm like, don't be so easy to make fun of.
Lily? What the fuck? She shoots at me more than anything.
Oh, yeah, of course. Because you've made fun of her. Now she's scorned.
Well, tough shit. What is it? Hey, Genie. Okay. Sleaze Merchant, Joe Biden's birthday cake, burning the White House down. There will become, starring Daniel Gay Penis. So fucking, that's dumb. Sweeney is just Chris in his Ozaru form. Cumplings. Sweeney uses knitting wool to floss.
Why are you guys attacking me?
That is crazy.
That is just not nice.
My wife is white. Sweeney Sweeney using Jesus Christ in a row. Sweeney using the microphone cord to floss the gap between his teeth. You guys gotta chill, man.
All right, guys, I get it. All right, please stop.
Stop making fun of my brother this way. It's mean.
Stop making fun of my brother.
My brother. So stupid. 55-hour energy. Wait, 5-5-hour energies in a row. 55-hour energy. It's crazy. That is insane.
Do you think at a certain point you wouldn't be to sleep anymore?
Yo, that reminds me of a metal band.
That reminds me of my favorite band, Penis on the Lips. They're really good, man. They have really good guitar riffs.
5-5-hour energies in a row. Unlock the gauging. Domo Nation, Vaughn of the Dead. Call J Gay Wentworth 877 Dick now. After the recent Superman BS, Sweeney's no longer around on most topics. If Young Metro didn't trust you, he gonna rape you allegedly. Chris and Sween have the patience of Saintsman arguing with Derek. Morrowind is the second best Western RPG. Please play. I don't know, man.
It's so old now.
It's hard to play those games. KOTOR is I somehow managed to enjoy it, but like I can't imagine that that's going to be the case for most people.
The thing about KOTOR is that like the Star Wars world is really cool outside of the Skywalker bullshit.
Yeah.
Like as soon as you remove the Skywalker bullshit, you realize how much is going on.
I think the Skywalker
this is cool.
Yeah, I think the Skywalker stuff is probably the lamest part of it, to be honest. I mean, maybe not the lamest. It's the least. It's one of the more less interesting parts of it to me.
Like I think Jedi are cool, but the fact that there's this main character is like it's lame.
I'm actually so much more interested in the sci-fi parts of it. Like like the Jedi, I get it.
There's some fucking weird shit in that universe, man.
What, the expanded universe that they uncanonized?
I get why they did it. It went on too long, you know.
Yeah,
they had like 45 years of like just shit they were just writing.
How do you feel about the fact that like people like with those stories? Like, does it bother you that those are uncanonized?
Yeah, it bothers me because there's a few moments where I think they're like awesome. Like I think Sith Luke is insanely cool idea. The idea of Luke, because they all have the tendency towards the dark side.
Did that happen?
Yeah, he's actually Palpatine's apprentice. Because Palpatine comes back in the other series later on. Because the whole time during the clone stuff, that's what he was trying to do. Was trying to clone a Jedi. He was like, I'm trying to clone my body. I'm old right now. When I was younger, I would have been able to dog walk anyone here. So he clones himself. He comes back. Luke fights him. Luke gets anally assassinated, pretty much. And then he's like, "You'll be my Sith. I got you. I'll do better than what you did with your father." And Luke is like, "I'm gonna go under. Like I have to go undercover. If I'm not with him, they'll pull him back. He's gonna do fuck shit." So he goes and becomes the apprentice, and he starts tweaking. he starts like, "Oh shit! Like maybe there is a thing to this dark side shit because I can make it different. I can make it change." He starts like doing fuck shit. Yeah, and I think that's a cool idea. These are all a bunch of cool ideas that they had. Yeah. But the problem is just that.
But I guess what I'm saying is like, does it bother you in a deep sense that they're not canon, despite the fact that you've already read them and they're still stories that you've attached yourself to?
No, they're still there.
Yeah, that's kind of how. Because I think about like Halo sometimes, and I'm like, I want them to uncanonize a lot of this stuff. Like there's all the Forerunner mystery stuff being revealed. It's like get rid of that. You know. Fine.
All of the stuff I love about Star Wars, with Spider-Man, all those things, they're still around.
Oh shit! Lily just walked in.
The chair moves back and it moves forward. I would scream and jump out your window.
That's great. I'm not tall enough to kick it.
I would scream and jump out the fucking window. I'm like, you can see ghosts.
Lily, how are you doing?
Do it. Go ahead. Take a step. Take a step to doing it. Be diminutive to your own people. Go ahead, please.
What do you mean? What do you mean? I was listening to her. You just ignored her.
Oh, go back. Oh yeah, Kingston, please clean the bathroom. I asked you 3 times.
I've
asked you 3 times.
All right.
Otra vez again. Please hurry up and do it.
Otra vez. All right.
My family's from Mexico.
Interesting. Where's that?
It's below America.
Great.
Pero
cool.
below.
All right. Jeez.
We're gonna be a guest again. We gotta have her on the podcast.
Yeah, she is right now.
Read the fucking names.
All right, going to do heinous shit to Luce, the Vatican Church's anime girl mascot. Is that real? I saw that going around. I don't know how real that was though. It wouldn't surprise me anymore. We're living in such a fucking joke clown world. Blair White canonically banging me, please. Hannibal Lecter politely asking to suck your dick. I voted for Andrew Tate. No one can stop me. Will Graham pissing in Hannibal's mouth and giving him a piss kink. Gay Leno dressing up as Jay Leno for Halloween. Death. Jack the world's fastest Maori. I'm still going to say Maori, to be honest with you. Asking 15 questions in the hope that one is answered. Maybe one day. That's probably why there's so many fucking questions.
There's one guy.
It's just 5 people asking 200 of them. Extra ammo idea rank. Rank every hot female extra in Spider-Man 2. Are there? What do you? Wait. Extra. Extra implies movie. So like the film?
Were there that many hot ones?
Yeah, I remember Spider-Man 3. Wait, is it Spider-Man? Yeah, where he swings over and oh no, maybe it is 2. I can't remember which shot it's from, but where Spider-Man swings over and it's just like a camera underneath these 2 women.
Yeah,
I remember that, but I don't remember it being particularly.
Who was particularly hot in that movie? I guess I never thought Kirsten Dunst was hot. Ever, I never thought she was hot. I think what's her name is attractive. The girl from the blonde, she's a redhead in real life, but she's in 3.
Betty Brant?
No, she plays
Gwen.
Gwen, yeah.
Oh, that's not Brie Larson, is it?
Dallas Howard, Bryce
Dallas Howard. Yeah,
I think he's attractive, but
yeah, I don't think those movies were particular. Like, I don't think that was the point.
Yeah, I think everyone was supposed to be.
I think everyone was just
I think that was the point, except for her, literally.
Yeah, I think they're supposed to. Yeah, she's literally a model.
Yeah,
in the movie.
It. That's the only one that sticks out like them.
Anyway, Big Meaty Stinks, My Human Taxidermy, Fleshlight, and Dildo Business will pop off, trust me. Andy the Man Whose Handies Are Now A tier but not as dandy. Dragon Age, but the Canary are all talk like Stallone. I'm non-binary.
Yeah, I'm non-binary now.
Yeah, that means I'm not really a man or a woman.
I don't really fit within the society's gender roles because they're stupid, which Kingston, the person narrating me, does really agree. They are very retarded.
That's crazy. That's so fucking... That's layered. Why is Kingston insecure about his teeth and not because his eyes blink out of time with each other?
Don't tell me
so
some
crazy.
Shit like that.
Is that real? Wait, look at me.
I don't know. Stop. I don't want to talk about that.
I guess we have the recording. I've always wanted to be able to do that on purpose, but it's so hard. Like,
one of my eyes twitches a lot.
I just end up looking like I'm winking because like I can't close one eye without like forcing my entire face to change.
You know people that can blink really fast? It's like, how do you do that?
I've never met anybody who could do that.
Really?
Not that I've noticed, anyway. Maybe they're blinking so fast I can't see.
Darkness.
That's so fucked up. Heath Smoker. There's no way that's true, though. By the way, if I would have noticed it and picked you apart for it before already.
Oh, thanks.
It's like how like people. I don't know if anybody notices, but like I'm short. You know what I mean?
Oh, really?
It took a while for people to notice.
Maybe online.
Online, yeah.
Yeah, online.
Yeah, because I look lanky.
You look
like independently. If I'm in a frame by myself, I look like a lanky person.
A lanky short person.
Yeah.
How does that work?
How does that? It means you can scale me the fuck up no matter what.
I think scaling. I did a scale up of you in my brain, and I just extended your neck. I thought I was like,
that's insane.
Yeah.
If you scaled me up, like my body would look normal for a while, but my head would be hilariously large.
Really?
It would be jarring. That'd be a jarring.
You scaled your head up.
If you just scaled like the body up, like drag the top right thing in Photoshop, it would be really like my body would look fine for a while, but like my head would be immediately too big. Heath Smoker is off to Vegas. Gids, what if YouTube existed during slavery? Would there be slave review channels? ? Yes. The weed of Olympus. Coward the couragely dog. I like that one. Evil Chris Raygun loves Cat Black. Ugh.
I mean, courage is kind of.
He is kind of courageous. Yeah, he is. Like so. It would. Wouldn't that just be the show?
It would just be his name would just be Coward now. That's it.
Yeah. Oh, coward.
And he'd actually be a coward.
Yeah,
Like,
he
for real.
wouldn't help them. He would run away.
They would've died. They would've
every
died.
episode would be him fleeing the scene. The second something,
No, it'd be him attempting to be brave and running away.
it would be him waking up calmly in the morning and running away before like the freak comes to the door, or like before the lightning strikes, or before like a fucking ghost shows up. He would just abandon because he just is so anxious.
They're so impoverished they have to stay there. Isn't that crazy? They're so impoverished.
They're in the middle of nowhere as elders.
Yeah. Where are their children?
Fucking no way they had any.
Muriel can't be fertile. It's
No.
impossible.
Infertile Myrtle. And in my hour of darkness, he is jerking right in front of me, taking loads of his cum, let it pre, and it cuts off. Kevin Durant's feet. The South is the best region of hip hop by far. Relinquish ye contents of ye pockets, brev, or thou shalt shuff a man up, Mr. Pants. Y'all played the new Destiny dungeon? No, I haven't played Destiny in
Oh god.
a while.
I'm behind. I think I'm done with it though.
Yeah,
If they
I'm
make-
just
if they make another
satisfied.
game, I'll see. We'll see.
I'm looking forward to Marathon. I've heard good things about it. I haven't played any extraction shooters really. And I think Bungie, like if Bungie does it, I'll go try it generally. Cuz like I didn't really like first person shooters really until Halo. I didn't really like looter shooters until like Borderlands was okay, but like Destiny really like cemented that shit for me for like MMOs and looter shooters. So I think they could do the same for I think they could do the same for extraction shooters. I just don't really know that much about them.
Word.
Y'all play the new Destiny? Yeah, okay. A beverage of sorts. God damn it. Can't escape this shit. Cardboard Pie. The Nautiloid's Eldritch Nautilusi. By Curious George. You dare bring light into my lair, you must die. Jolly old dipshit. Chris's favorite band, Guy's Whitest. What? Guy's Whitenest? Whitenest? My ass? I don't know. I feel like I should understand it, but I don't. Niggy with the skibbity rizzy. That story where you had to tell a friend. That story you had to tell a friend that trespassing was dangerous sounded smoky coated. Showing someone from 1940s. Showing someone from 1940. Piper Perry getting ruined by a pack of big dick deviants. They would probably lose their mind. Like modern porn would wreck somebody in the 40s.
Modern porn would make them create a time machine.
Yeah, they would figure it out.
They'd be like, we have to go there.
We have to go there. We have to see this in person.
We have to see this happen now.
Find out if Kevin Cotton Coles. I forgot about this. Find out if Kevin Cotton Coles survives his next bout in the final issue of Shirtman versus Pizza Time. Hunter Dubois, gay bar shanty man, piano man. Give us your dong, you're the penis man. Give us your dong tonight, cause we're all in the mood for a big old D, and you've got us something that it cuts out. Remember to tug me by my balls, open your jaws, and make me wetter. The Gatles. That's the Beatles, but gay.
Oh, word?
Word? No way. Facts? Rise Against is the use for straight men. Smitchy the Kid, Chris, where's the Halo TV show video? Don't worry. You guys are going to get sick of me in November, I'll tell you that much.
Don't worry, it's not going to happen. Don't worry, I'm not going to do it.
You'll see. She Pipkin on my Pippa, clicked the wrong button and subbed down a tier. I'm back. Welcome back. Sweeney showers and sneakers. No way I'm hanging out with a couple of gooners. I'm just here so I don't get killed. British people come, then be like, what's all this then? Putting get in bait. Putting get in baby formula at Walmart.
He means Fent.
Is that what that
Yeah,
means?
he means Fent. I think he means putting Fent.
Putting why is he writing get?
Mistake. I think F is near G, right?
Yeah,
And they probably auto-corrected.
that's just fucking wild. Jesus Christ. Reading this is a nightmare.
I'm dyslexic, so my brain I'm so dyslexic, my brain helped me figure that out.
Yeah.
I saved them.
Pulled out 20 years late in the sloppiest way possible. Call that bitch Afghanistan. Chris was right. American Dad is pretty funny. Roger's not as annoying as you said. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, to be fair, like my barometer for American Dad episodes is from like literally 2011, so that's what I'm remembering. But I've seen clips of it recently that I'm like, this looks kind of funny. Like, I don't know. But I don't even know where I would see that show. It's on Hulu, right, I guess? That's the one I don't have. So
I don't want to have Hulu. My girlfriend loves it. She's like, I love rom-coms. And I'm like, Hulu sucks.
It's got a lot of animation, though. I think Hey Arnold's on there and stuff like that, yeah.
I'm not watching Hey Arnold anymore. I watch Hey Arnold with my friends.
Hey Arnold is really good. Like, Hey Arnold's just like a damn good show, honestly.
I watch Invaders.
Underrated by a lot, I think.
It wasn't on for a long time. That's why.
I think people just don't talk about it when it comes to cartoons because it's just so grounded. And so it just doesn't feel like a cartoon to a lot of people. It just feels like a show. And so, like, I don't know. Transform Gremlin, Yush, Majin, Leon Kennedy. That'd be fucking dangerous. A scuba tank filled with fart gas.
You would die. That's so fucked up.
You would die instantly, too. There would be so little time.
You would have to choose, am I going to drown or am I going to inhale farts till I die?
I'd rather drown, I guess. You know, there's nobility in drowning. You know,
there's a nobility.
There's
that's
a hero.
not,
It's like
there's a nobility that's not suffocating and fart fuel.
Exactly. Like
Yeah.
Between the two, you can't have that written about you, man.
That's such a fucking.
I would so much rather see Chris Ray Maldonado drowned than Chris Ray Maldonado suffocated on farts until he died.
And then floated
Yeah.
to the top.
And then floated to the top because he was so full of fucking gas. Craig the Canadian, Die Monster WMV made me want to shit my pants. It's your boy Shawnee D, Cerberus Agent 267. Fun fact, the human race will not go extinct in your lifetime. I don't think so. That would be dope as fuck, though.
Is that it does?
I mean, no. I dreamed that Goku was late for Gohan's birthday with no present, so he came inside a condom and gave it to him. 3XO letting you know there's a character named Peterman and a character who is trafficked a comical amount in the same arc of One Piece.
Yeah.
I don't know what any of that means.
Peterman.
Sherrod Brown, he's gonna fuck your mom, make your dad trans, and eat your pets. Slurping, stroking, smoking, joking. Emoticons going like this. 1800s YouTube be like Civil War. The Civil War situation is crazy. Hey, Sweeney, look up that video of Brad Pitt speaking patois for the movie Meet Joe Black. I've never seen that. Obi won't you blow me? I beat him off. Suck his penis just to show that I am gay. Kremlin to Gremlin, 50 Cent to 50 Cent, blood in my piss. Chun-Li pulling a Sophia Eurista on my face. Why is the Snark Tank game retarded? At least one ant in the shape of a human.
One human ant.
Solid Snake voice. Hey, Colonel, Raiden gives really good head. What the fuck did you just say to me? There's no cleverness in that. Wage Slave 583, Papini Brothers Emporium presents Galactic Food Review, Vegeta's Galactic Food Review YouTube channel. And the last page, Donk Darkerson, Oi Yui, be a good cunt in the back of the Buka de Beppo. Come about somebody cock. You wrote into the fucking into Sacred, and Colin had to read this name. Normal. With no context.
Like Colin's voice too.
Yeah. Gade 6, Shrek 2, I need a queero. I'm holding on to some penis till the end of the night. It's got to be long and it's got to be thick. That's where it cuts out. PP, I got a bussy so tight like Catamite. He got a hog so fat like Tiamat. I don't know what any of that means.
Tiamat's a dragon god. I think Ketamite's I don't know, fucking ketamine god.
Ketamine, the god of ketamine, Catamite.
The god of ketamine in Dungeons and Dragons.
Catamistocles. Fucking, that's insane. Todd Bowles is a pussy. I don't know what that is.
Damn.
Sorry,
That's
Todd.
a person.
Sorry, Todd. Get fucked. The name is Sex. Gay sex.
Of course.
Nice. Me be fishy. I 360 no scope JFK. John Strickland. I will in fact be wearing a suit and tie to the Super Bowl. Mercs 18. What if it really was an accident?
Remember we were talking about that with I forgot his name. He's one of our friends. He lives.
He's one of our friends. I forgot his name. Evan.
Is Evan? No.
We don't know an Evan. What the hell are you talking about?
He was a content creator for a bit. I forgot his name. A Hispanic. He came over to our house when everybody came over that one time. We were talking about the. it was
Hispanic.
Emmett, right?
Oh, Emmett.
Yeah.
Oh, that's. I saw him at one of our shows recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, I gotta message him again.
I've seen him in a while.
He's got a different channel. He's got he kind of did a different. Like he's got a whole different online. If you're listening, find me.
Yeah, hit us up.
Because like I don't like you were cool.
I would like to chill with you again. Hit us
Yeah,
up.
you
You're
gotta-
always welcome to my home.
Yeah.
Please don't have gone crazy. I liked you a lot. Please don't have gone
he
crazy.
did not go crazy. I'm happy to
Okay.
say he's very normal.
Okay.
Him and Vernaculus were the two people who were just like, you guys are fucking sane. Thank God. John Strickland. I will. In fact, be wearing a suit and tie to the Super Bowl. Merck's 1889. Scalped 69 Riley Reid fleshlights to resell now that she's quit porn.
Yeah, she quit
Did she? When?
like a few years ago.
Yeah, I
during
mean,
COVID.
whatever. There's so much.
So much content you already have.
Yeah.
We're not.
I'm set.
I'm not. I'm set. I'm good. I own it. I own because I bought it.
Yeah. The first Richard Keith David.
What would it take for you to buy a porn? What would it take for you to like purchase a porn?
What do you mean?
Like, what would it take for you to like purchase a porn video? Like, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna purchase this.
I would just have to be like really curious. I don't think it would take much for me. I honestly don't think it would really. Especially because like
It'd have to be something that I've never seen before for me to even think about. Like, I'll buy this. It's
at a
worth it.
certain point, like when you're doing really well, you're like,
I guess.
you know.
Yeah.
I don't think I've. I had Pornhub Premium for a month.
I feel like me and my friends used to pull together money
Yeah.
to buy get a browser's account for like 2 months.
I did-
We were in high school, and I'm just like, this is too much.
Yeah, I just found that like I just don't like high def porn really, and that's really all you get with it. So I was just like, I'm fine with the free shit.
It was too much.
Yeah.
At 16, having unlimited porn is just not good.
It's
for
too
you.
much. I've only spent money on porn like twice, and it was that, and then somewhat recently in like the last year to like figure out how OnlyFans worked because I wasn't sure like how people were doing it. I don't really understand like the model because it's very weird. OnlyFans is strange, and so like you think it's one thing, you think it's like Patreon, but it's not really. Like
It's not.
it is. But this is exactly why I put like $10 in, and I was like, let me just like subscribe to like 3 different people to just see like what they're like. How are they gonna? It's just random fucking people, like the first 3 people that I think I saw, and then so they send you messages. So you subscribe, I guess, with like let's say like $4 or whatever, and then like you get messages, and certain messages have like unlocks. So you pay to unlock so you pay to get access to the messages that you then pay to unlock, which I did not realize. I would have just been like, oh, hey, fucking welcome. Oh, you're here. Here's the stuff, which would have been stupid. So it was actually money well spent. But I can't imagine paying for porn to jerk off to.
It feels dubious.
Yeah. I don't know. There's just so much. How do you run out? How do you run out of free porn is the thing. Whatever.
Just avarice.
First Richard Keith David presents Chris getting mauled by a pack of vicious chihuahuas because he refused to kick them. A pack of them could get me. I think 1,400 chihuahuas would get me.
I think way less it would take, but I think I want.
No, but what I'm saying is that certainly.
Oh, like it absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
What do you think? What do you think the maximum amount of chihuahuas, or the minimum amount of chihuahuas that would like
be able to really hurt me?
Yeah.
Maybe like 50.
50, you think?
50 could like actually hurt me.
I guess
Not
so.
kill me, but like it could hurt me for sure.
It's like a death of 1,000 cuts type situation, I
Yeah.
guess. First Richard Keith David
Like
presents.
they just kept going for my throat. Like they kept going for the same little. Like one like dinks me a little bit, then another one tries to go there again and just keep trying to get me. And I'm like, it's breaking through. I feel it now. It's starting to sting now.
Fucking ridiculous. Miles Morales' father is actually just the president of the CSA in blackface. It's crazy. Pre-Roz, spread your cheeks so I can shit in your ass. Blake 896, Radiohead, nice peen. Back off, Brat Summer. It's time for Liam Payne Fall. Red vs. Blue had more lore-accurate fight scenes than Halo 5. It's actually true.
Yeah, and it had some fucking
insanely
ridiculous ones in Red vs. Blue.
Yeah. Yeah. It's actually so real. Alaska Oilfield Trash, Texas State decided. Young Sheldon getting hit by 50 cars. Tickle my ass here is Niggy Jizzy, formerly known as Nicky Ziggy. Sex Box 3 Titty, Sex Box 1, Sex Box Series Sex. The N-word blasting through my speakers because my earbuds weren't connected. Sorry, Miss Jackson. Badly Brave. Dr. Gay. Ethereum. Dr. Gay is new. Ethereum, Pergerian Puncher, Nafrum, Melphis One, and rounding out our list as always, King of Haphazard.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Don't forget to go vote.
Yeah, go vote. It's too late by the time you're hearing this.
Oh yeah, it'll be. Whoa, yeah.
Go commit fraud. Whatever.
Don't commit voters fraud.
Don't commit voter fraud.
Don't have a machete outside of a voting booth. Don't burn a voting.
Yeah, and guys, don't. I understand it seems silly and it might seem like, oh, I'm getting persecuted again. You cannot wear shit. You cannot wear your fucking hats and shirts, your political hats and shirts in certain places. Like that is actually a rule. You can't. So like I've seen people like, oh, they're persecuted. It's like, no, you just can't do it. And you guys are the only people wearing hats.
That's what I was having a conversation.
But,
I was playing freaking Digimon, right? Mm-hmm. And some guy was like talking about like all the stuff, and he's like, "This is a public place. I should be able to talk about what it's like. Things are public." But what happens is that there's terms of agreement when you enter a place.
Yeah, there's like rules to like. I think they're stupid too. Like who gives a shit really if you're wearing a fucking hat? But like it's the rules, and so like I don't know, man.
Either follow the rules or don't, and,
yeah,
or don't be there.
So we'll see you in the next episode. We'll record it very soon. Should be interesting. We'll know at least how the election is going to shake up. So in the meantime, take care. I'm fucking gay. I'm so gay. I love metal and I'm gay. We'll see you next time.